Hello, we're live.
We're
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Blackwater D&D, the live play adaptation of Blackwater, the illustrated novel. Little
The
known.
visual novel for all you anime fans.
Yeah. This is
graphic
actually a retelling of the visual novel that we created 6 years ago.
Absolutely. It's entirely scripted. Absolutely.
This is
also
a
documentary.
word-for-word recreation.
Yeah.
The visual novel is based on the documentary that was shot by Steven Spielberg.
Which was based off of a live play that we did back in
Yeah.
2008.
I had to audition for my role.
Yes.
I
You had to
orig-
re-audition.
As
yes.
Jeremy Cobb.
Yeah, not just as Jeremy Cobb, not just as Will Wax Sniv, literally as Jeremy Cobb playing Will Wax Sniv, because that was written into the script.
Absolutely.
That Jeremy Cobb was playing the role.
The conceit, it's very highbrow, the conceit.
It's like
is
an
very high.
onion.
Yeah,
I didn't audition. I just appeared here one day.
it was scripted.
I don't know
As
how
per
I
the
don't know how I
scripted,
got
though.
here.
Well, yeah. The script is so powerful that it did in fact will you into existence.
Yeah, I just dropped in to the world one day and I was here. So
That's it.
As it was written.
So shall it be
Shall it be
written, so
done.
shall it be done. With that, we are going to transition into some announcements.
Smooth transition.
Right. It always is. I was really good with my segues there for a bit, but now it is not. Anyway, a big thank you to our sponsors. Legendcraft, a nerdy woodworking company from Calgary. Check them out, and if anything tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. We are also proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. We have two fantastic partners. The first up is Legend Keeper. This is the ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can use it to create comprehensive wikis and atlases, share specific pieces with your players with its private by default nature, and allow real-time collaboration. There are no limits on storage or creation with a beautiful and easy to use interface. They're a small group of creators based both in Canada and the US that are constantly upgrading and rolling out new features. There is going to be a timeline. There is going to be a calendar. My heart sings. My little lore keeper heart sings. Tim is going to be using Legend Keeper going forward as an ongoing tool for Blackwater planning. And we are very excited to announce that in March, which is like in a week from now, Tim and I are going to be sitting down on Friday nights. This will be probably the first Friday of every month, but we're going to do the second Friday in March just because we're so busy. We're doing Blackwater stuff. So please come hang out with us. We will announce it on our socials ahead of time. We're going to sit down and be translating his ginormous world building document into Legend Keeper. We're very excited to give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes peek into some of the planning. I think we're going to start with Garyang. Are we starting with Garyang? Or
We can start. Yeah, we can start wherever.
Okay.
I figured we start with Wolfreen. I mean,
you want to start with
Wolfreen?
Wolfreen?
Redo the map a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll figure out where we start, and you guys can let us know what you want to see, and maybe we can always jump around a little bit there too. And as Legend Keeper grows and adds more features, you will see more things from us as well. It is our hope that one day that you will be able to use a little bit of the Terrace world as part for your campaign setting, potentially even with stat blocks and stuff for Blackwater to put in your games. How exciting! Which also brings us to our next exciting partnership. Yes, it is indeed Kobold Press. We are very excited to partnership with the folks over at Kobold as part of an ongoing partnership to bring you a brand new campaign starting on Sunday, March 6th. That is in a week and a day at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over at twitch.tv/Kobold Press. This campaign is homebrewed by Tim and set in the Margrave, which is a twisted forest filled with dark and fey magic in their Midgard setting over an 8-week run with possible extension to 12 weeks if it is a successful campaign, meaning well attended and people like it. The campaign features Tim in the DMC with myself and Adam and Cody, as well as our dear friends Brianna DeCoster of Utahime Cosplay and our friend Gordy Lucius, who is an improviser and comedian from Edmonton. We are so excited. I got my contacts for cosplay, which we are all doing, in the mail, and I sent pictures to our chat, and Sean's comment was alarming.
Deeply unsettling is what I'll say.
What color are they?
That's what our daughter said too.
Ominous.
Oh my God.
The color is ominous.
Our daughter was very scared of my contacts.
Did not like them.
She did not like it at all. She's
Yeah,
like, "Mommy,
check
fix
them.
your eyes." So I'm
And you
very
said,
excited.
daughter,
Rosemary's
fix your
Baby.
fucking attitude.
What's
This is a
wrong with
body
your eyes,
positive
mother?
house.
So I'm really excited. I know Bree and I are going full tilt on cosplay, and so are the lads as well.
I'm gonna
So it's
wear a
gonna be-
hat.
And I'm going to teach you makeup stuff. It's going to be great. So please come hang out with us over at on Sundays for that 8-week run. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday afterward. Announcement should be coming within the next week for promotion. So please go follow Kobold Press across all of their socials, and you'll see it on ours too. Love as always to our dice goddess Keisha. Check her out at fairydragon_dice and our amazing artist, the incomparable Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at Mr._Marston on Instagram. All of our official art for this campaign and beyond is done by her. Both of those lovely ladies' commissions are closed at the moment because they're so busy doing stuff. You will see some new art from Tiana in the break scroll as Tiana has been designing and doing character art for our animated intro. So you will see some like little previews in there as well. So please go check that out when it comes. If you would like to get some art on your bod, we have a merch store. Type !merch in the chat to find a link to all of that kind of stuff. Our Discord is an amazing place. Please type !Discord to find the link to come hang out while we're streaming. Hang on in here in the Twitch chat because that's where all the cool kids are. Big thank you to those of you who subscribe to us. Don't forget to re-up your subscriptions as they don't roll over every month. You can also get one free sub with your Amazon Prime. And if you choose to donate to us, wow, you're a legend. Thank you so much. If you would like to donate above and beyond, type !donate in the chat. We're also really thankful to have you here. It has been a rough week. There has been a lot of shit going on in the news, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But thank you all for being here and showing up and telling your friends about the show. We're really grateful. If you are behind on any episodes of Blackwater, of any of our campaigns, it is all cataloged for you on YouTube. You lucky person, please go watch them. We do not have a lot of followers on YouTube. I don't know why. So go subscribe to us there later. Do that later. But yeah. From last week, we were at Fan Expo. So I am in the middle of making videos of the slides to the audio so that you can follow along with the panels that were done by myself and Sean and Tim and Adam. Very fun time. We hope to be able to do more cons in the future. So I'm very, very stoked to put those up. Those will be YouTube exclusives and you will get those when you get them. Before I jump into our programming as well as some other stuff, Len, what are you doing this week on your channel?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get back into it. Hopefully doing Sims tomorrow. I do have to find my origin login, so if it's not Sims, that's why. And then Animal Crossing, but I'm live Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Yeah, amazing. Adam, what are you doing on your channel this week?
The usual schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Moist Monday, Wet Wednesday, and Fluvial Fridays. But I might be
Full Tilt Fridays.
Full Tilt Fluvial Fridays. It's got to have some sort of wetness in there.
Okay.
And we might even be doing. I've yet to decide on the Sunday, but Sloppy Sunday feels right.
Maybe Slippy Sunday.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah,
Sloppy Sunday. I feel like denotes a lot of things. One of them wetness, but like doesn't quite
get there.
But let me just massage it a little bit,
please.
Second Wordle guess. Sloppy was the first word. We didn't get it. Sloshy.
Slimy. Oh, sloshy.
Sloshy Sundays sounds
sloshy
exceptionally
Sundays
wet.
good. It's very wet. That's a
Slippy.
Cody has
sloshy?
slobbery stopping, which is
Cody says to
upsetting
stop.
to me, and I've come up with a bit. But we might be doing some Elden Ring tomorrow because I'm really enjoying Elden Ring, and I want to try to kill some big bosses. And
Amazing.
it's hard. It's very hard.
Also, Cody, our fantastic, amazing producer and mod, also streams. So please go give them a follow as well. Our next week is a quiet one. We are taking the next week off in preparation for our new Kobold campaign. And as I said, Tim and I have decided to push our world building stream back 1 week to give Tim and the rest of us ample amount of time to prep for all of that kind of good stuff. Stay tuned on the socials, especially the Twitters, for more information. Okay, so as I said, it has been a hell of a week. We started the week off hearing about some absolutely disgusting anti-trans legislation, attempted legislation coming out of Texas that made me want to vomit. Please support trans kids. Just do that. Just go support trans kids. And then we had a wonderful wake up in the middle of the week to the precipice of a potential war in Eastern Europe. It has been all over my social media feed, and I find that I am doom scrolling and I can't look away, and it takes so much of my energy. And I find myself sitting sometimes wondering if there is just something I can do. There is something I can do. We can use our small platform to talk about it. And we can use this space here at Blackwater to offer you folks as part of our community a little bit of a respite from that. We're so grateful that you're here. And I know that this has been a hard week amongst hard weeks. We started this stream in at the beginning of a pandemic and it has kept a lot of us going. This community has talked often about how grateful they are for this, and so are we, so very much. I am going to hopefully charge the community with doing something. If you type !action in the chat, there are links to 2 reputable nonprofit organizations that are supporting the refugee efforts for folks who are fleeing Ukraine, as well as Equality Texas, which is an organization that is partnered with the ACLU to fight this absolutely ludicrous attempted legislation that is trying to police kids who are just trying to live their lives. So I'd encourage you to go support both of those organizations if you can. If you do not have the money to do so, use your voice, use what platform you have to do so. Allyship is not just something that you do once, it is an ongoing practice. So please try and do whatever you can. And thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing us the space to do this. So whether you're new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely. So friggin' much. And we're very, very grateful to have you hanging out with us at our table. We hope you feel really welcome here. Cody, roll the clip. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
A wild bit.
Whoa.
Cody's so spicy.
Cody.
Spicy boy.
I feel like something,
He's elevated his bits. It's that strong.
not that we would ever put shit behind a paywall or whatever, but I think like super ultra mega platinum tier patrons get to tune in 5 seconds before everyone else just to hear the shit that Cody does every session. But no, it's just for us. It's our special
or we
secret
record
thing.
the Zoom meetings and
You
release
just-
the audio.
Absolutely not.
You get
I don't even know what just happened. That was very strange.
Every week,
It's
Jeremy.
becoming
Everyone
like
else, I don't
it's
know.
becoming like an abstract like art piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
where it's
it.
like open to interpretation. Sometimes the things they make me concerned for where Cody's at, like just personally, because I'm like, that's so weird.
It's borderline experimental.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
Tim,
Each
take
and
it
everyone,
away.
I love it. All right. So for those of you just joining us tonight, last week Blackwater made their way farther down the Allura Run. After sensing a large undead presence high in the sky, the group had to make a hasty retreat from their rest on the shores from agitated fire lizards in heat. As they were still a day out from Bollente landing, they witnessed a boat get ambushed by river pirates. Wilwax cast Geas on the pirate captain, who in turn instructed his crew to help them. As day turned to night, the pirates charged with keeping pace with Blackwater's boat asked for Finnan and Kale's assistance in rowing. They obliged, and the crew seized the opportunity to grab them and fall back into the lava river. And that is where we pick up, as both Kale, not wearing his armor, and Finnan are wrapped up. As you fall into the lava, we're going to roll initiative.
And the rest of us are just fucking asleep.
Do it.
At the moment, yes, but you can all
Jeez.
roll initiative.
Okay.
Fire up.
Okay.
Bubbly.
Okay.
Also, I have these, which I know are a favorite of many of ours. And I feel like we're back in living room days.
We're back, babies.
25 to 20.
22.
And 20 to 15.
Oh, I got a 20. Yes.
Oh, it's Willwax.
Willwax got a 20.
19 for Kale.
I got a 15.
15 for Callie. And letters
9.
and Neppy.
2 with a natural 1. Neppy sleeping.
All
Sleeping the
right.
sleep of the blissfully unaware.
All right. So as you both fall into the lava, let's just use my dice roller.
Tim, we did talk about the possibility of maybe being able to cast something as a reaction as we were falling.
Yeah. Do you have any reactions that you want to? That you can.
Oh, okay.
If you
it
have a
says
reaction
it wouldn't be
spell.
it would be a reaction spell specifically.
Mhm.
No, then continue as you were.
As you do.
As you were.
All right. So you both take 94 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
Okay, good.
As you feel your skin
Jesus.
engulfed in flame, as you fall into the lava,
Yes.
you are effectively blinded.
Okay.
And
Am
you
I?
can feel-
Oh,
because of the
all I can
burning
see is
or-
lava.
Because it's
all you
fire.
can see is lava.
Cool.
Cool. It is very bright, but your
yeah,
eyes
I
are
would-
closed. But yeah, Finn has goggles, but it's just all lava.
Yeah, like Kale's eyes are gone. They're just like popping, sizzling in the sockets.
Jesus.
All the moisture evaporates
all
instantly
right.
out of your body.
Yeah.
So it is Finn's turn first.
Can
Yeah,
I
and it-
reach Kale? Like, is he next to me?
You are grappled at the moment.
So I
that would
wouldn't- I wouldn't
include. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to reach
Okay.
out.
We deal with one problem at a time. I'm gonna thunder step up onto the boat.
Okay.
As
This
I'm
thunder
just gonna-
step, you have to be able to see where you're
Let
going.
me have a
I'll
look.
just double check.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say, Tim, grappled and restrained are 2 different places. Grappled means you can't move, but you can still attack with disadvantage.
Yeah.
And touch things.
So yeah, you could try to reach out to Kale then. I'll give you that.
I had it on my spell list. Like,
Look it up.
why is it? I'm confused.
It does say, looking it up, that you need to be able to see it.
Okay.
Yeeps.
Yeah, you can see within range.
Okay. Fuck. Dude, my fucking D&D Beyond keeps refreshing.
D&D Beyond, yeah.
Very
If anyone is
frustrating.
wondering where our D&D Beyond overlay is, it's gone. D&D Beyond is redoing their D&D their overlay stuff for Twitch. The second we have it back, we will let you know.
It'll be back.
It'll be
okay. That fucks. I thought I would be able to do that before I landed in there. D&D Beyond is just fully crashed. Cool. I'm gonna do it from memory. I am going to just stab up and back and hopefully smite. I gotta remember what numbers. Am I able to do 2 attacks just with disadvantage?
Yep.
They're both 16s for the first one, so 27.
Yep, those both hit.
27, yeah. And fucking not a natural 20, disadvantage, so flirty 20.
Yep, that hits as well.
And I'm gonna smite on both of them
Okay.
because I can.
Smote. Smouth.
Fuck me, I gotta do math here.
Who's on deck, Tim?
I have your sheet up
It
if you need
is
anything.
Willwax.
Dice for sword and 68 per smite. So that's 2 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Those are all the D10, and this is plus 22. Numbers.
And basically, you'll
10,
take, because you're submerged, you'll take that damage again at the top of the order.
Cool.
That's when you'll take that damage.
15, 31. 6, 60, 70, 82 plus 22, so 110 points of damage.
You feel the salamander go limp. Its body goes limp around you and just sinks.
And I'm going to try to push up
Okay, yeah.
the surface.
Yeah, you push up and you do manage to get to the surface. Get your head above the surface.
Go, go.
Yeah, and we'll say you're able to yell. And you can see the Azer is there, like, he looks like
Help
he's
me!
about
Help
to yell.
us!
He looks like he's concerned. Wilwax, you wake to the sound of yelling in the boat behind you.
Are they, so these do, I wake up and then just like I hear like
Yeah.
Did the boat fully capsize? Because it sounded like last time
the salamanders just jumped off, essentially.
Okay.
With them in tow.
Scuba rolled.
I was gonna
Cool.
say the trust fell back into the lava.
So I see them both. Let's see. I don't think I have anything that can teleport.
You
them
can't
out.
see. You can only see Finnan in the lava. You can't see Kale. Kale is submerged with the salamander.
Okay. Oh man, now would have been a great time. Let me see if I have. I don't think I have it. Nope, I don't. Okay. Well, so they're completely submerged.
One of them
but
is.
one of them is.
Finnan is above the water, or above the lava. Kale is not.
Thank you for the subs, Ravenswood. Thank you, friend.
All right. Would you, if I were to activate the Death Lord's abilities, Rupert, and send him out there because he can fly? Would would I be able to have him fly down and grab Finnan and bring him over?
Yeah, he could go, like, that could be his action to try to grab Finnan.
Okay, then I would absolutely say, Rupert, now's the time, buddy. And I'd kick him and say, they went and got themselves into a right fire pickle. Go grab them. And I would as an action summon, or I think it's as an action, turn on the wildfire spirit abilities. So his fire wings burst out, and I would send him as a bonus action to fly over, grab Finnan, and bring him aboard. I believe he has. How far are from them? How far are they from us?
They're about 15 feet away.
Oh, okay. So he has
enough,
30 feet of flying speed.
Yeah,
So he can
go over there. I'll have him make an athletics check, and Finnan, you can make one as well.
Go. Let me see here.
We got D&D back, so it's 21.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, and he has a strength of +3. Okay, let's see. It's a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh,
So it's
Scoop
so
me.
seamless. He just like scoops over his claws down, kind of in fists, and Finnan just grabs on it. He lifts him out of the water fully, which takes a bit because Finn's quite tall. So it's like
A lot of
clothes are burning. It's not
thanks.
good.
Wilwax, thank you.
It's
You're welcome,
the
buddy.
sight is horrific. All right, and he flies Finnan back to the boat.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much all he can do.
All right,
Thanks for the
Finnan,
bits,
you are
Fernando.
still on fire, so you will take some damage on the turn. You just won't take the full lava damage, but you will take some at the moment. All right, it is Kale's turn.
As Kale sort of drifts down into the lava being held, he's fighting, and then he relaxes, and then he opens his mouth and he inhales the lava, and he casts a 6th level Investiture of Flame, which makes him immune to
Sick.
fire damage.
Very smart. Very smart. Well done.
Sick.
And I will try and I will spend some sorcery points to do that.
His shriveled grape eyes burst with flame.
Yeah.
Dying.
Now they're robust flame eyes.
They can see in the
Hope
dark
no
now.
more.
Quicken. And then as my action, I will try and break the grapple.
Absolutely.
Ooh. I'm going to use a luck point because that's a natural 1. It's a little bit better. So nervous. 14.
14 is not enough. Oh no, it is 14. Sorry, I thought it was 15. It's 14. Oh. The DC is 14, so you just managed to break the grapple. If it's like long coiled tail around you, just managed to kind of wriggle free.
I will use my movement to try and swim to the top.
Yeah, you managed to kind of swim up to the surface as you get your head above the lava.
As you guys see him crest through the lava, his hair is sort of like still as though it's underwater, but like flames.
Cool. Does Investor of Flame give you a fly speed?
No, you can't fly, unfortunately.
Cal can fly though.
I can't fly. It always, whenever I need to,
We've established Cal can fly when he needs to.
Anyway.
I personally can't do it, but like whenever he needs to, it just happens.
Someone will make Cal fly.
Cal can't fly, but Callie can, so Cal can fly.
Exactly. It's flawless logic.
That's what we've discovered.
It is the salamander's turn, the one that's left, and it takes its turn, and then it is Callie's turn.
Huh, that made me nervous. Hated that. But
you have woken up to the sound of yelling and screaming.
Okay. Yelling and screaming. And is Kale above lava?
His head is.
He's
still
is
in the lava though.
He's
yes.
still in the lava. So fun. Love that for us. Well, I'm gonna go get Kale.
I am on fire. So
you're also in lava, so I'm gonna go get Kale.
Okay.
I'm gonna sprout my wings. And then can I go fly over to him? I don't think I can grab him because spreading my wings is my action, but I will, unless I can grab him.
No, I don't believe so. Because Rupert gets an action on his turn, right?
Rupert takes his turn immediately after mine.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that was Rupert's turn to use his action to do that. So yeah, you can fly over, you're kind of hovering above him, but he is still submerged.
I will hover above him, and can I... Oh, no, I've... Can I hold a reaction, or no?
No, unfortunately.
No. Okay. Bonus action.
Who's up next?
It is the Azer's turn and then Letter's turn.
Okay.
A bonus action, Shield of Faith. Kale.
Okay. All right, it's the Azer's turn. The Azer kind of clocks Kale and then looks over at where Finnan landed in the boat, and he kind of scrambles up over the side of the big boat. And you watch as he kind of pulls out his flask and he uncorks it, and just a stream of water comes out onto you, Finnan, and you're no longer on fire. Not a geyser, just a stream of water, but it is pooling in the bottom of your boat. And you watch as it just is slowly turning to steam as well, just with the heat of this place. But you are no longer on fire.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy day.
And it is Letter's turn.
Yeah, Letters wakes up, not a morning person. Stands up in the boat, hearing all the ruckus. And what does he see? A Callie above Kale?
Kale in the lava.
Uh-huh. It's been my long con. I've been trying to kill Kale this whole time. Please go back to sleep.
I have to roll an insight check to see if put this together. No, just like it's like there's stuff Letters can do, but it's like, do they have it? He's kind of showing up late, and he just woke up. It's
his water kind of sloshing around you.
Yeah, he rolled a 3. He's not sure what's going on, so Letters is gonna take care of this. So he just kind of and summons that big hand, and it's gonna scoop summon Big B's irresistible hand, or whatever it's called.
Irresistible hand.
The irresistible hand.
That's such a good
That hand
hand.
is so irresistible.
Way more
That's a-
uncomfortable. It's
that's a
really
good
wants a
hand.
handshake.
Well, here, Yanis try and resist this hand. See what happens.
I can't.
Exactly. He scoops him up. He scoops him up in that little hand. And comes over and dumps him on the boat.
Oh
no,
your boat
he's-
or the other boat?
No, he scoops him up and then he just holds him and kind of shakes him a little bit. So all the lava falls out. But I'll just hold him like,
Like a
10 feet
dog.
above
Make
the.
a little gap in the fingers, like a column.
Yeah. I'll just kind of shake him.
shimmering off the.
So yeah, he's
the,
10 feet
egg
above
yolk.
the water and
Okay.
10 feet away from Callie, so no
Kale's
lava
had
gets on
such
anybody.
a bad day.
I
He's
assume
like,
that my hand takes 90 fucking points of damage.
Yes.
It's still up. It's
It dies. I fall back in the lava.
No, gosh. Also, thank you
Sploosh.
everyone for the hype train, the bits, and the
Whoa.
subs. Thank you so
Get out of
much.
town.
that's the power of Big B's irresistible hand.
Irresistible.
Not the
All right.
irresistible hand.
So, Kale, you are out of the lava. Neppy, it is your turn.
So I wake up to this absolute fucking chaos. Just trying, just
Yeah, a
a
lot
sweet
of burns.
priestess, a lot of burning, trying to get a good night's sleep. How far is, so I can get up and I can see Kale and I can see Finnan, correct? Okay. Finnan is not, Kale is on fire. Finnan is not
Finnan
on
is on
fire. Both of them are very, very injured.
I'm fine. I look fine.
You look fine?
By D&D 4th edition rules, I wouldn't be bloodied. I'm fine.
I mean, he's got
What
some
about
pretty.
5th edition rules?
He's got some pretty nasty.
Oh, I got like burns and stuff, but I'm not past half health. Like I'm fine.
Okay.
Like I'm in no immediate danger, and you shouldn't hurt yourself to heal me.
I have other ways to heal you other than
That's
just
what I'm saying.
hurting
That's what I'm
myself.
saying. I look burnt, but fine.
Neppy's gonna walk up to the edge of the boat.
Burnt
and
but
just,
salvageable. If you just take
Yeah.
a butter knife and just scrape off the
what
rough
in the
parts.
nine hells is going on here?
It looks like maybe
And
he grabbed the oven without mitts a little bit, but
Um,
all over his body.
Kale looks not great. I'm assuming.
Yeah, not fantastic.
All right.
Pretty fucking hot with that watery fire hair.
He's got no clothes on anymore.
No, I can imagine not.
He is completely naked on that
Uh
hand.
huh. We're gonna.
Why it's so irresistible.
You can have
Fucking tails on
Kale
there.
as Neppy just reaches out a hand to you, towards you, and you get 80 hit points back.
Ooh, thank you very much.
Kale
I cast heal.
currently sporting one of the state-sponsored positions. He's not breaking out. Yeah,
Weirdly,
really wild shit. But
Weirdly, Finnan is fully clothed and none of his clothing are burnt, and you'll realize now that all of his clothes is illusory. Like
Always.
he's probably naked all of the time.
It's horrifying.
God.
It's horrifying.
Willie nods approvingly.
Because you can see
That's
through
the way to do
illusions.
it.
They're not like, if you try hard enough, you can be like, I think that's an illusion. So people are looking at you and be like, I think that guy's naked. I don't, if they had a high enough insight, they'd be like, I don't think that guy's wearing clothes.
Oh my
His
gosh.
clothes real?
Respect.
And then what is the Azer doing right now?
The Azer is dousing Finnan in water, a stream of water from his flask. It's just,
Okay.
It's like a little fountain.
Okay. And they're on the other boat.
He has climbed up onto the edge of your boat. The other boat is now, it's kind of slowly floating away because no one is driving it forward.
Right. I'm gonna yell up to Callie. We need that boat. Please. Can you grab it?
We are back to the top of the order.
Oh,
Would you
that's
like
me.
to drop out of combat and resolve these? What would you like to do? There's
is anyone
visible-
going after that salamander? Because otherwise, I think we
I'm just
drop
gonna
out.
stand on the boat shooting where I think the salamander would be with Eldritch Blast. Just like
Fire
Is he-
into the lava?
You can't see where he is.
No.
Are there any other salamanders left on the other boat?
No, there was only the two. And the Azer.
And
Can
the
I
one's
get the
dead.
boat?
And the one's dead, yeah.
Can I get the boat?
Yep, you can go get the boat.
And our driver's name, and Neppy obviously knows it, but Emma had a long
Infernus.
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 Thank you so much.
Ah.
Once. one. You get one.
It's like Captain America knowing
He
what
slowed
monkeys
down
are.
the boat. He's like slowed down the boat to keep it in place.
This is the proudest moment of my life.
I feel a
The one
disturbance
time
in the
you-
force.
Yeah, the one time you.
Something that Em didn't.
Thank you. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
I have a
Um,
question.
Yeah.
Are we out of initiative at this
I
point?
think
Pretty
so.
much. I have a question. Willie has a passive perception of 20, and I believe Kale is currently fully nude.
Mhm.
Does Willie notice anything strange about his tattoos?
Em question, but passive perception 25.
Same question. I
I also speak Infernal, if that helps.
Oh
got it.
shit! I forgot what my
Oh
I
shit.
forgot about that tattoo.
It's just not written in Infernal.
We have so many problems on our plate. It's so easy to forget things.
So as Kale gets brought over, you watch the Azer kind of sprays him with water as well to douse the remaining flame. Although with investiture of flame,
It stays until I stop
Right.
concentrating on it.
So
But I'll
does it-
stop. I don't want to burn everybody in the boat.
okay, so you drop it. So yeah, as you arrive in the boat, naked, what would they see? What would Willie and Finnan notice?
Sort of, because they shift. At the moment, I think it's like a tramp stamp that says,
Please.
what was it? Prince of Pleasure.
But it's in Abyssal.
It's in Abyssal.
Which I'm not sure. Do either of you speak Abyssal?
Absolutely not. Cool tabs.
I don't.
Yeah.
Would it be something that wouldn't stand out, or is it just like it's a weird shifting like Rorschach mask tattoo that you've got going on?
Yeah,
like,
you would notice he has
migrating over your
tattoos
body?
all over his body.
Yeah, and they are
Shift.
shifting. Yeah.
Then I think Willie would probably comment, "Your tattoos are more shifty than my uncle." It's what is there a story there?
Yeah, they all have stories. And then one on my chest will shift to sort of mirror his face for a second and then sort of shift away. It's how I keep track of things. Sort of like a notepad.
But like a
on my
memento
skin.
you're leaving yourself.
Yes, very much like that.
All right. Well, I don't really care that much. I just wanted to see.
Do you have any tattoos yourself?
Willie, I'm gonna roll.
You can
All
also
right.
have 34 points of healing back, Finnan. As
Thank
Nikki comes
you.
over and just she's like
Hi, Neppy.
there's a concerned look on her face.
Willie would take off one of his gloves because he's always wearing these like halfway between like welders and like chef's gloves, and he slides one off. And he's been sailing with you guys for a while, and all he does, he shows you his wrist, and on his wrist is a pretty like basic tattoo of a heart with some lettering that I don't know if anybody here speaks. I don't know if anybody here speaks Primordial, but the letters, it would basically be W plus L in Primordial specifically on his wrist.
I'm sure there's a story for that one.
Yep, mine helps me remember too. And then he gets if you could see his eyes, he would get a faraway look as he stares off across the lava river.
Handsomely into the middle distance.
Handsome and crotchety into the middle distance.
What is the Azer doing right now?
The Azer is just kind of stopped up its flask and is gone. If the boat is brought over, it's kind of tying off the small boat to your boat.
I think we should let him go.
Go
I
on.
think we should break the gears. The boat is slowing us down. He does not, respectfully. We do not need him. There are going to be pirates amongst people doing awful things. We cannot fix everything. We have our job, one job. We must go to the source and I don't think we should bring someone there who doesn't want to be there. He has a life, albeit one, obviously, not necessarily obviously, but devoted to piracy, and that is what he has chosen for his life. I don't think that we should carry him with us against his will. I don't
agree.
think that's fair.
I agree, Nappy. And in a time of crisis, all he did was moisten me. So, like, he's not overly useful in the long run. So,
All right, here's my
Go
pitch.
ahead, Lettuce.
Here's my
Go
pitch.
ahead.
All right. We let this guy go back to piracy, sure, but Clack gets his magical water bottle. That thing has a disproportionate amount of water in it. That shit is magical. He does what you tell him. Fucking Clack gets that water bottle. I want Clack to be able to make islands in the magma.
they were also using that water bottle for crime. So,
Yeah.
I vote
Yeah.
I vote for that as well.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He doesn't need his water bottle where he's going. So, I guess, yeah, at that, Willie will.
Well, don't
look at-
break it. Tell him to like go and admit his crimes to whoever the crime stoppers are in this place. You know what I mean? As long as he's like mind controlled, because he is still a pirate. Like, fuck this guy. We rob him and then he turns himself in.
We could also just like there's a town coming up soon, right?
We could drop him off there.
We just drop him off to the authorities. Just like we found a prisoner. He was being a pirate. Crime.
And he'll
Here.
confess to you because we're making him do it.
Do we know that piracy is not a welcome profession
Willie?
in Bollente?
Yeah, would I know if law and order is strong enough in the city for me to?
Yeah, piracy is very frowned upon where you're at the moment because they the mine that's beyond Bollente Landing is the kind of lifeblood of Tyne, the city you just came from. So yeah, river pirates are very, very frowned upon and not dealt with kindly.
All right, then I'll look at everybody saying the folks in town frown at piracy harder than I do when I'm pinching one off. So I say we just take him on in there, and I can lift it once we've taken him to the authorities. But in the meantime, I'll point at him and say, "Let's have that water bottle there, Sonny."
Okay. Kind of hands it over. He looks longingly at it. As he
Sounds like
hands
this
it
has
over.
sentimental value. It's like a gift from, is this like an ancestral water bottle or?
It was a gift from my my brother to help me in
Help
my
you do-
work.
Do crime?
No,
What made you turn to piracy?
well, I have to provide
For your
my
family?
kin, and the mine has plenty. We just ask that they share forcefully.
Is there not another way to ask?
I don't know. Never considered that.
You don't have to be a pirate.
Have you considered collective action?
Oh, I mean, we kind of do that, yeah. You know, together we raid the boats. We don't take all of the boats, only one or two.
What do you do with the people on the boats?
Well, if they put up a fight, then we dispatch with them. Or if they don't, we just leave them and take their goods.
How often do they put up a fight?
Most of the time.
Tim, the people who they were trying to, what race were they?
There's a bunch of
Kobolds.
kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Oh,
not.
What's my
They're
cousin?
not. They're not
Right,
fire.
yeah.
They're
Not
not
the
fire
noobs.
resistant.
They would be fire resistant, but they're not immune to fire damage.
Like the fire salamanders.
Yeah, the fire salamanders were immune to it.
Do you know how it feels to burn?
You say as like his head is on fire. Like that's just how he is. No.
I can show you.
What do you mean?
I can show you how it feels when you drag someone under the lava.
I didn't do that. I don't do that.
You've never done that.
No.
Have you ever ordered it done?
Perhaps.
We are not this person's jewelry.
No, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
I'm not going
We
to kill him. I just want him to know.
We drop him off at the authorities.
We turn him in.
That's as much as we can do. And we continue our move to the source. We have lost time with the boat behind already.
And I'm gonna take a long. Letters. Could I just have that water bottle for a second there?
It's not my water bottle. I'm not the one you have to ask.
Clack, could I please have the water bottle?
What do you want to do with it?
I just want to take a long, luxurious drink from it right in front of this guy and be like, really ham it up, you know?
All right, sure.
I'm gonna do that. I'm like, oh, water.
Just because the
like,
water's
some
magical
of it-
doesn't mean it's
some of
good,
it-
dude.
some of
This
it
is fire
spills,
plane
and
water.
I just like,
It's
I
got
just
a
like look at
metally
the dude.
taste
Yeah,
to it
it's
for
fine.
sure.
I just want to
But
basically
it just
be
keeps
like,
coming.
yeah, I just want to drink it in front of him, look him in the eye, and be like, fuck you. And then I hand it back to Clack.
I should probably put some clothes on.
Or don't.
Oh, okay.
I can make it look like you've got clothes.
What's the? No. Why would I do that?
I
Are
don't know,
you
it's
not
very
wearing?
free.
Are you not wearing clothes?
No, I wear some clothes, but they're all burnt off now, so I need to
I
put my.
try and see
You
if I
touched
can.
me. I was in lava. I don't have any clothes on either.
Do we need cloth? Do you need something to cover yourself?
Oh no. I'm good.
All right.
I can I got some supplies in my bag, and also like the patches of hair that have burnt out. I cast Alt to Self, and just go back to my regular self. That's better.
I like to think that hair regrows when you get healed.
Oh, that's
It
fun.
grows
You
back.
have to shave every time someone casts seal on you.
I just got rid of this.
Well,
Should
I'm going
we-
back to bed. Sick moral quandary, everybody. We really nailed it.
I will take mine. I'll take the next watch. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. So the rest of you go to bed. Who else is on watch with?
I'm happy
Nappy?
to take it solo if other people
Solo?
are sleeping.
Infernus is awake too.
Have I taken a watch yet?
I think.
Yeah, Willie hasn't taken a watch yet.
Yeah.
He was gonna go
I
third.
think it was Neppy Letters, Kale Finnan.
Yeah, Neppy. I think you already took a watch.
Oh, did I? Oh, we
Yeah.
already took first
I
watch.
think
That's
it's, I
your
think
correct.
it's Willie and
first.
Never mind.
Callie.
It's Willie.
Kale
and
and I
Callie.
were second, yeah.
I will go back to bed then.
I just tried to level up instead of long rest. They're very similar.
Sneaky.
Come on, Tim.
Honestly, Tim,
Be
I'm
cool.
already in this tab. I might as well, right?
We'll see. All right. So it's Callie and Willie. If you both want to make perception checks for me,
Ooh.
please.
Right. I shall. Can I use guidance on this?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then here we go.
Got a natural 20.
Hey.
Feels not great. That's 27.
26 for me.
All right.
See too much.
It
Too
is
much.
a quiet watch, but you can both make out Bollente
Each other?
landing. In the distance, you can see as your watch kind of nears its end, you'll be able to start to see kind of the outlines of the landing there. But yeah, it's a relatively quiet, peaceful part of the journey.
We haven't really talked much, have we?
No, I've been kind of preoccupied. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm not really one for small talk, so I don't know. You got anything you wanted to say to old Willie, or maybe Rupert?
I appreciate your survival skills. Usually, I'm the one doing the scouting.
You're welcome. I like your wings.
Thank you.
Yep.
Where'd you learn to Where'd you learn your survival skills?
From decades of living out in the sticks, surviving off the land. I don't normally live around many people, and I haven't for a long time. So you have to learn it or else you die.
Yeah, that was me before here.
You used to live off of the land?
Yeah, left a place when I was young. Was out there by myself for a while.
And then you joined up with these folks?
Yeah, I found them when they needed help. Nebby was petrified.
You mean like scared or literally stoned?
Literally stone, yeah.
That's gnarly.
It was. It was very gnarly.
Yeah. My wife died.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I was trying to share my gnarliest story, but now I realize it's actually something that causes me deep pain, and I don't think I can continue this conversation. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Willie just sort of rolls over and starts like silently like.
I would put. I'm just gonna put a hand on his back and, you don't have to continue. That's my worst fear. And gonna give you 10 points of healing.
Thank you.
I just managed to like gasp out in between.
I was like, would you like to cuddle with Rupert?
Sure.
Rupert is already on you. It is right up in your business.
I know I call him the Death Lord, but he's really a big mush.
I can see that. He's very sweet. I'd give him little scratches. And then I just sit there with Billy.
Okay. So the rest of your watch passes quietly as the sky begins to brighten. You all come to from your finishing your rest as you are within about an hour of Bollente landing. And you begin the kind of like, you start to pull up to the landing where you can see this place is a lot more functional than the village of Calda was. You can see a number of people working already out in the harbor. You can see that like it's a large kind of metal harbor that goes out into the river, and you can see the river beyond kind of widens. And you can see there's large cranes that are attached to these kind of like metal pontoons that they float out. And you can see larger boats that have come in from farther upriver from the mine being unloaded onto the shore and then loaded into these smaller boats that you can see they're all getting ready to launch for the morning. And you can see like the town itself it looks all fairly functional. There's a number of stone houses and things like that, and kind of almost like more rudimentary shelters and things like that. And it seems to be the whole industry is around this kind of harbor and the exchange from the larger ships offloading them. It's essentially a shipyard. And you kind of pull in and you watch as the like one of the cranes kind of comes over, similar to when you were in Calda, but this is a lot more of a smooth operation as you all kind of head off the boat. Infernus kind of ushers you off, and the boat gets kind of scooped up out of the lava and brought over to cooling stations. Here things cool. They have specially designed areas where boats are cooled more quickly, but not so fast as to like have the heat transfer be too quickly to make the metal more brittle, but they have ways of cooling it down more quickly than they do at Calda. So you don't have to stay for a night like you did in Calda. But you will have to stay here for at least, 4 to 6 hours. As Infernus looks at all of you as you're kind of standing amongst the shipyard buildings.
I have a friend I'm gonna go visit, but I'll be back here in about 4 hours.
Wonderful.
Great.
Enjoy your time.
Turns around and heads off into the.
Do you need
the
a
stone
do you need a
house.
third? No.
Sorry, what?
I was. Is it just for you? Is anyone else invited? Is it open invitation?
I mean, I didn't know you were interested. But if you'd like, you can come meet Boris.
No, this seems scary. You go ahead.
I will say, as once Infernus is gone, Kale, having grown up around giants, that is a real top tier play. You don't want to just do that willy nilly. Like, you have to train for that. That's your whole month leading up to that is kind of that event.
I'll
Look, I don't
it
think you
away
can't
and-
do it. I just don't. That's just not like an afternoon act. Like, oh, we'll just menage a giant.
Exactly. I don't want to be
Like-
tired later on.
You want to be alive later on as well.
Yes, I want to be able to walk and fight
Yeah.
and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Clack, you've
Yeah, I've wrestled with giants. Sure.
wow, I'm impressed.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like a bunch of patch. Like we
Like how
it's
many?
there's usually it takes 20 of us to take down a big giant. I mean,
20. Wow.
No, I think you're having very different conversations,
what?
the both of you. Anyway,
No.
we should
How
take
big
this.
How big is Clack?
3 feet tall.
3 feet.
I can make you bigger if you want to wrestle one now.
Oh no, I've never tangled with a fire giant. That's just like a stone giant.
Should we take this gentleman to the authorities before, so we're not just parading him through the street?
No, the best news is he can do that himself, right?
Ah, wonderful.
Tell him to turn himself
We
in.
can
I don't
just
want to
have
talk
him
to
turn himself
cops.
I'll turn to him and say,
Go tell him everything, all the illegal things that you've done, and admit that you are a criminal and that you have come to atone for your crimes. Also, before you go, where's your family?
Off the banks in a small camp.
So they don't live in the city.
No.
All right, I'll look them up.
Okay.
He is going to. He's gonna try to run away. He's gonna try to run away.
"Oh no!"
As he turns, you see this kind of desperation in his eye, and he does try to run.
Oh, he's gonna take so much damage.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh, I rolled 3 10s.
Oh no!
You watch as he turns, his nose starts to bleed, and he falls over, unconscious.
I'm gonna go and
Amazing.
cure him.
Good.
I'm gonna heal him.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll put a first
Comes
level
back
cure
to-
wounds into him.
I'll give him 20.
Willie, we have to break the gears.
No, I'll go. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
Mm-mm.
I'm happy to break it, but he's gonna have to turn himself in. We can break it and take him there, or
I
take him
think-
there and then break it.
No, I'll go. I'll go. I'm sorry. You're right.
we cannot shame. If he is going to atone for his crimes,
He starts heading toward. You can see there's a fire giant garrison here at the Bollente landing. As he's walking over,
What is the punishment for piracy here?
That's
Is
a
it
good
death?
question. What is the punishment?
it's usually death.
Oh, well then actually, I can't order him to do that. If it would result in certain death, I actually can't order him to turn himself in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we let's just let him go? I feel too bad now.
If we
You
let
can
him
go
go, Anything he does, anyone who dies by his hand, that's on us.
No.
Well, I mean,
no.
Yes,
not.
it is. We put him back in the world and he continues doing what he did.
It
We have a
cannot
chance to
be
stop
that
him.
black and white, Finnan. It's not that black and white. We
What
do
about
not-
everyone we've killed who's attacked us?
But- His choice does not sit on our shoulders. We are not his judge and jury. We do not oversee the rest of his life.
No, we sent him to where he belongs. He did a crime.
How
We
about
caught him
this?
doing it. We stopped him from doing the crime, and now we turn him into the local authorities. I don't understand why there's a
because
moral
he'll-
quandary here.
How about this? Counter option. We let him go. He goes back to his family. He changes his ways, and we get him to tell Willie where he and his family are. And you know, when Willie's done here, he can go and check in and make sure that he's upholding his bargain. Willie's a terrifying man. He can easily handle him again.
He's under a spell, right, Willie? He has to tell us the truth, right?
Would you say that Tim, that he does need to tell us the truth if I were to?
I don't
Ask him
think so.
Yeah,
if you asked him to, if you commanded, yeah.
I would like to roll insight on this man before going any further, because I think Willie's got something formulating in his mind.
Okay.
But that is a natural one, so it ends up being, what do I have for insight? I have a +5, so it's a 6.
6. Yeah. Yeah. Seems pretty on the level.
All right. Tell us the truth here, fella.
If we let you go, what's the likelihood of you going back to piracy?
It wouldn't be my first choice.
What's your first choice? New lease on life. What's your 5-year plan?
Well, we did try to farm the land for a while, my family, but it kept getting raided by creatures, so times got tight.
All right. How many of you are there?
There's only 4 of us.
All right. Tell you what, I can stop by. I don't live too far from where you're at. I can stop by after we finish here, and I got spells and know-how. I can help you grow your crops and maybe find you a better spot that won't be quite so exposed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a map?
Do I have a map?
You would have a metal map of the river, up into kind of its known points, and you watch as he kind of like carves out a little spot on the bank farther back. It's actually just past Calda village, on the eastern bank.
If you go in here and in for about 2 hours, that's where we are.
All right. Tell you what, I'll pay you a little visit. See if we can't get you fixed up a little bit, so you don't have to go out there and terrorize innocent people. That said, no hard feelings about my cousin. That guy sucks.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Get out of here.
Kind of turns and he starts running back toward
Is
kind
this
of down the shoreline.
the spell on him stays on? I assume.
I'll just use I use an action to end it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Continues to run.
Thank you, Willie.
Yeah. Don't mention it.
Is there anything we wish to do while we're here? Any supplies that we need or anything like that?
You do notice one thing amongst the shipyards. You can see that there is like kind of some farmland beyond as well. But you can see that there is a kind of a crowd of, there's 2 lineups of folks outside what look almost like stalls. There's 2 stalls kind of just in from the harbor. And you can see there's like a lineup of mostly sailors and dock workers kind of waiting in line. And there's 2 signs above the stalls. There's one is Bipple's Beans, and the other is Yuri's Pockets.
So obviously both, right?
I just need. I'm sorry. I don't want to dwell on this for too long. And after I ask this, it's fine.
What's wrong?
It seems like you are all moral relativists, and that's great. What is the difference between the man we just let go and the fire giants we killed yesterday and made one of them eat the other? Is there a difference? They might have been just as desperate as each other. I'm just trying to figure out why some people we ruthlessly slaughter and other people we spend any amount of time with and we suddenly become soft around them. That's what I find here is if we give a pencil a name and snap the pencil, we all get very sad. It's strange to me. I feel like we very adroitly took apart pirates not a few days ago. Same deal. I'm just curious as to know the difference between the two. Is it just because we had time to know his name?
I don't know that guy's name.
The pirates.
No, neither do I.
Fuck, we never asked his name.
The
I
pirates
don't really
who
care.
the pirates who attacked us versus the man that we put a spell on and forced to come with us and dragged along with us.
Whilst
Difference there?
he was pirating a boat.
It's not our job to judge who lives or dies, though.
We weren't going to. We were going to send him to the people whose job it was
To kill him.
judge who lives or dies. There is a law system here. There's a legal system that we should abide by if we're gonna be in this place. And we did for some, and we don't for others. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the difference.
I'll tell you what the difference is for me, Finnan, is my ability to compartmentalize only works so well when I get to know someone. I can lump people together as bad in my head and sleep at night if I don't know them. But as soon as I know them, then it starts to bother me. So yes, it's pretty much just on a whim as to my encounters and interactions with them. But I usually feel pretty confident in my decisions.
Okay.
But
Works for me.
I mean, it's all great for me.
I think I should just no longer weigh in on these.
No, that's not fair.
No,
But
because
you offer a good perspective.
because I believe in moral absolutism. There's right and there's wrong, and you obviously all don't subscribe to that. And I this is again.
It's not fair to other yourself entirely from, say, you over there do this and I over here do this. We may all look at things differently, Finnan, but your opinion and your position is as valued as anyone here. It always has been.
Okay. No, I don't disagree that it's not valued, but historically speaking.
But you're saying, Finnan, I'm not going to contribute to this. That I take a problem with that.
Just moral quandaries. Like we obviously
You
have.
need to chime in on moral quandaries, Finnan. We do things collectively as a group. We're just saying, well, I'm not going to participate because you all decide to do different. We all need to have a space to raise our voice. I value your opinion very much, regardless of the fact that sometimes it is contrarian to mine. We need you to chime in.
It's the collective difference of our opinions that makes us better in our decision-making process.
Yes.
I'll also say you're not in the minority here on this one. 100% more relativist here right now. It's basically however I feel any given day. But with this fellow, it's more of a path of least resistance. If someone else takes care of him, that's great. If we can just tell him to do the thing. I have people who regularly kill pirates. That's their whole job on my payroll. So this guy, I wasn't going to lose any sleep over it. Pirates are a huge problem and are really fucking shit up for my people. So hope the farm goes well. But yeah, like this guy's small potatoes. We're trying to save a fucking planet. If someone really says this guy's important to me, I'm just like, sure. I'm not.
I will say, that is often my position in not so many words, the sense of that I see my job, and perhaps this sounds a little Nepenthe being quite big for her britches or too holier than thou art, but my job is to save the plane. My job is to save the material plane. That is my charge. I cannot fix everything, despite how much I would like to. So I often take the path of least resistance to go forward simply because I have a job to do. And perhaps, yes, that puts me in, Letters and I had a conversation about morality the other night. I do have some strong views on very specific things regarding morals, but I had to we have to keep going at our job. And sometimes things have to fall to the wayside for the sake of the job.
You're not
They
wrong.
work.
Nobody asked me for my opinion, but I'm standing here, so I'm going to give it.
Please give it,
Please,
Willie.
please do, Willie.
Get involved.
You're as much a member of this group
Hey,
as anyone.
Well, thank you. I have to say, I kind of agree with the Finster here, but I also agree with Letters. This individual, the real problem here is not any one person. And I say this as someone who hasn't lived in a society for quite some time. Ultimately, this person is responding to his circumstances. I responded to my circumstances by going out to live alone in the woods with a lizard. And this man responded to his circumstances by going out, murdering people and stealing their gear. And the real problem is the society or the system that creates the circumstances. Now, does that mean that what he was doing was right? No. And as such, I would not have had a problem if he did die. However, if you want to solve what ails that man, fighting him and his ilk is not going to be what fixes it. You're going to have to change the way things are done around here. And frankly, that's a bigger job, I'd say, even than maybe saving a plane.
Well said, Willie.
Yes, this reminds me of a couple of cousins of mine. I got a cousin Frank, cousin Bruce, both of them law enforcement. Frank had a real tragedy a while back. His family died, and he since then has been pretty ruthless. He's very focused on just punishing crime, whereas Bruce, he had a tragedy a long time ago too, but he takes the path of he's got a code, you say, and he refuses to kill. But I tell you, some of those jokers he deals with, they're repeat offenders, and a lot of people will look at him and will say, Bruce, if you just killed these folks, Frank will say, if you just killed these folks, they wouldn't keep doing what they're doing. And Bruce is like, well, if I kill them, then I become just like them. But Frank insists that Bruce has had just as much blood on his hands as Frank does.
Letters cast blink and just leaves the plane.
I also love that anyone who's into comics enough to get those references will get slightly annoyed by the fact that neither of those characters are in the same universe. Oh fuck, that was good.
I tell you, it's a real marvel. It's a real marvel.
Now you gotta work as
Letters
DC.
incinerate on self.
Yeah, Bruce primarily works as a detective.
Man, holy shit.
Because I know that's not really an answer, Finn.
No, that's listen, it's fine. That's great. I just think everyone has a story. Everyone has a side. Velsum was doing the shit that he was doing for whatever reason he was doing it. He had a story. Everyone's got a reason for doing the things. No one's just doing stuff. Well, some people are, but usually they're pretty harmless. But at a certain point, you make a choice. And sometimes I've been finding it confusing of late that we kill some and don't others, and they're essentially the exact same, other than the amount of time they've spent with us.
Yes.
If I could go around and not kill anybody, that would be my path. I kill the people that come directly and attack me and my safety and the well-being of others. I find we do try and go for diplomacy most of the time. And when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm not going to go out of my way when they're not a threat to me to decide how their life should end or how their life should go. That is how I've been going.
This fellow was effectively in handcuffs, which, as I've stated, is not necessarily a problem for me. But it does, in terms of where lines are drawn, fighting those giants, doing the thing, buddy, we got in handcuffs. It changes things.
Well, to put a, this conversation is weak. He wasn't handcuffs. I wasn't saying let's, like pop him one and end his life. I was saying let's hand him over to the appropriate authorities. That
Who would
was all
pop
I was
him one
saying.
and end his life? You know,
Yeah.
Is it us? At that point, we might as well just stab him in the head, which again, I'm not opposed to. But you see that it's just, if we don't stab him, these people do, or whatever. I imagine whatever fire giants do is particularly nasty.
Probably.
So if anything, giving it to them, rather than us just, taking care of our own dirty work, we'd probably do it cleaner because we're professionals.
It is messy when the fire giants do it. I've seen it.
Also, completely unrelated, the fact that he called me the Finster, that's made my day. So thank you for that, Willie.
That's a pretty good nickname.
That's a good one. That's a good. I'm on that. I like that.
Y'all want to check out these pockets? Fucking Minotaur gear. It fits really comfortably, but they never put pockets in it. It's frustrating.
I'm wondering if it's food pockets versus, because sometimes
food pockets.
No, like sometimes you make a pocket out of like a dough and then you stuff it with meat, or you cook
Oh,
it.
I thought you were talking about when you put food in your pockets.
Yeah,
like a snack
or
for
like
later.
have a
Just like-
pocket
You
for
put
your
food in
things
your
made out of
pockets.
food.
All
Yeah.
of my pockets are illusory. I cast Alter Self to make pockets in me.
That is horrific. I could have gone my whole life.
Listen,
with,
you-
you believe
You're
in
disgraced.
absolute
Yeah,
goods,
exactly.
and you thought it was okay to just share that information?
I feel
No.
like you, it's
I believe in
punishable
moral
by
absolutism, and I know what I just did was wrong.
I am gonna grab Callie by the arm. I'm gonna say potentially food, and I'm just gonna start walking.
I grabbed Finnan by his pocket, his flesh pouch,
Ew.
his fucking in-cannon
It hurts.
flesh
Ow.
pouch, like a fucking wombat,
Yeah.
upside down, and I take him towards the pocket store to get him some proper pockets.
So you hop in the line for Yuri's
There's
pockets.
a line?
Yes,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
line. It's popular. Whatever these pockets are, they're
I want to
popular.
go to the bean one.
Yeah,
You go to Bibble's Beans.
I want to go Bibble's beans.
I'll go with Callie to the bean house.
All right. So over at Yuri's pockets, you're in line for probably about 20 minutes.
I can wait 20
like it's moving pretty fast though. And you
I
can
said
see
prayers
there
that
is
last
a
longer.
kind of jovial bronze dragonborn who makes what essentially, like, you can see that like the folks are getting them and walking away, and they're fairly large, and they do look like a kind of like baked bread on the outside.
Yes.
But you can see some of them kind of biting into it and like kind of steam rising out. And it does almost look like a calzone.
Heck yeah.
And they seem to be very, very popular. And as you get up to the front, he kind of like looks down like, what can I get for you?
What's special? Please tell me everything that's good.
Well, we've got two kinds basically. Well, three kinds. We've got the if you want fire eel, fire gator meat, or we can do kind of a hot pepper medley.
I have a really important question, my friend. Do you have any challenge foods? You know, like eat this in under 20 minutes and like eat for free. Do you have anything like that?
I'm not gonna let you eat for free, but I
Or
do
even-
have some.
Don't
spicy
even
peppers if you
just
like.
like an etching of my face up on the wall. Anything like
I mean, if you want to give me an etching, and I'll hang it in the stall. If you can put down one of these, I got some special peppers I could give you.
done. And I'm gonna be like, clack, can you make an etching of my face?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you
Pulls
so
out
much,
A
Clack.
thin piece of slate and just begins
I'll take
masterfully.
your recommendation. If this is your stall, I will take your recommendation.
Well, fish or gator, what do you prefer?
I've had neither. Surprise me.
Okay, why don't I do a medley?
Please. Thank
He
you.
starts whipping up some calzones. All together.
Letters has had his whole throat burnt at every place they've gone to. Letters just stands back and like, oh, that's nice, Clack. That's really coming along. That's good perspective. That's Letters' whole interaction in the pocket place. He's devastated.
Nebby is
that they're
as
edible.
excited as she was at the previous meat tavern. Like Nebby is like, please give me all the yummy food.
And Willie, are you with them, or did you go to Bibble's Beans?
Have I been to this city before?
Yes, you've passed through Bollente Landing before.
Okay. Do I know what is in Bipple's Beans?
He's a coffee maker. It's
He's a
like
coffee
really, really fine coffee.
I'm sorry, Neppy. You went to the pocket place.
I can go to both.
No.
I'm an
you
adult.
just
I can go to
pockets.
both. No, I'm gonna go to both.
This is a choose your own
The
adventure. You
pocket
can't
place.
flip back in the
I'm
boat.
gonna go pockets and then I'm gonna go beans later. We don't have
You
to
were
play my
that
beans
kid.
The
You were
experience.
flavors
that
Shut
don't
the
pair.
fuck up,
The flavors
everyone.
don't pair, unfortunately. It'll really ruin both
You're
experiences.
so rude.
You gotta start
I'm
off
definitely hitting up Bipple's beans. I cook my own food, but I need
Sounds
that
good.
coffee.
But
All right,
real
so
quick,
for the
we'll just reload
two-
that save so Neppy can make the other choice.
For the 2 calzones,
We've
it's
been
2
save
gold.
scumming this campaign, right?
2 gold, and he whips up kind of a medley. It's got fish and gator meat and some hot peppers. And for yours, Finnan, it is fish and gator meat. And then you can see he like opens up like a small barrel and pulls out a very shriveled black with kind of like orange veins, a pepper. And you watch as he like he puts it in a little grinder that he pulls out of the like one of the back cupboards, and kind of like starts grinding it into the dough before he bakes it. And you can see he like his eyes start to water a bit as he kind of folds the dough up and he puts it in the oven. And they heat pretty quickly. It's like there's kind of like he's got something that sort of blasts them with heat, kind of almost fries the outside. And then kind of hands them over, wrapped in kind of almost like a thin sort of paper.
So a thing I've been exploring is since Finnan got this sword, he has been immune to the frightened condition, and he has a massive appetite. So he has no fear and is constantly wanting to eat, which is why like every time he's able to eat weird, yucky food, he's like, yes.
So it has like a tomato sauce, and there is it's kind of made all kind of mixed together inside, and he kind of hands it over. It is quite hot. It's quite hot, just like temperature wise, it's quite hot. Do you dive in right away? Okay, yeah, it is a half a shah.
No, me for sure. Half a
Oh,
shot.
I'm
The
gonna
whole thing.
single blow half a shah.
Like, okay, so I'll have you both make Constitution saving throws.
Yes.
Gonna burn the roof of your mouth. You can have a blister. Then the next day, you're gonna have those little skins.
Neppy's resistant to fire damage. She's just like.
That is true.
I'm not talking about
Diving
Neppy. I'm talking about my own personal battles.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
The most important natural 20 of the day.
Man keeps
Constitution saving
tempting
throw?
fate and never getting punished for it.
Sorry, what was yours?
An 18 for my Constitution
Yes.
saving
Okay,
throw.
it is
24 in
hot,
total for me.
hot.
Hot.
But you managed to get it down. You're just kind of like biting and blowing out the steam. But it is delicious. It's like it is very rich and like tangy, and it's very, very tasty. You can see why it's so popular. Finnan, you get about halfway through, and then it kind of catches up with you as your eyes begin to just pour with water, and your nose starts to run. And you are sweating profusely, and you're hiccuping involuntarily. And you like, at one point, your breath kind of catches, and you have a hard time breathing, but you manage to stay conscious. As you kind of
Jesus.
it continues to burn all the way down, and you can feel it in your stomach. Just burning. It is so spicy. You have never eaten anything remotely as spicy as this pocket. But it's very tasty. But it is incredibly spicy. And you make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm bad at these. It's a natural 10, so 9.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, this will be fine later.
I think Finnan will like do a little alter self magic to like just try to like shore up his guts a little bit. He just changes his
in there, man.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
All right.
We would head over to Bipple's Beans.
Bipple's
after. I
Beans.
would head over to Bipple's
You
Beans afterwards.
just managed to meet them before they get to the front of the line.
Go to the back. No, you
fine.
can't join us. You have to
I
wait.
give
I'm
him-
happy to wait.
I give the dude the etching of my face, and then I do go to the back of the line because
And
more
he's like-
absolute sadism.
Yeah, okay.
Adam's like, I've made a choice.
So you get to the front of the line, and you can see Bipple is a gnome. which you have not seen any gnomes on this plane. And you can see his like kind of like grayish, like very curly, frizzy hair. And he is like big smile lines and crow's feet. And you can see he has like a massive, massive sacks of coffee beans all behind him. And he's got a very large behind him, almost like an espresso machine that he has made himself. And you can see he's making coffees very quickly as folks come up to the front. And there is like this strong smell of like cinnamon and coffee that just like emanates from the stall. Hello, what can I get for you?
Do you do ice coffee?
That's good. This is very funny.
I'm not joking.
I haven't seen ice in maybe 90 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
you weren't
okay.
joking.
It's fine. I just
No,
usually
I
drink
have
ice.
no
It's
way of
all
making
good.
ice.
No, that's all good. You're fine.
I
You're all good.
apologize.
What kind of coffee do you have?
Well, I have a medium roast, a dark roast, and a light roast. And I have some espresso as well.
Do you sell
This is
your
just
beans?
coffee. This isn't magic coffee. This is just coffee.
My own beans.
Excuse me, sir. This is not
I brought my
just
own
coffee.
beans. Can you
Sorry,
give them
that's-
my beans?
That's just Sean talking.
You
I
want to
I
use?
brought my own beans.
No, I'm not going to use your beans. I don't know where you got them from. I
Goes to
use my
Starbucks.
own.
Can you make a coffee with my own beans, please?
Grind these up for me, thanks.
What kind of establishment is this? Don't make your own beans.
I'll take an espresso, please.
All right. Would you like it just black, or would you like it with a dollop of Desura?
Yes, with a dollop of Daisura, please.
All right.
I will.
And you watch him. He whips up this coffee. Kind of does this like elaborate pour over. And he takes this kind of greenish orange fruit. It's about this big. And you watch as he like puts the coffee down, and he like cracks open the fruit. And like as he does, he like kind of opens it and then starts to squeeze it from the top. And you can see this like thick, creamy white fruit just like drops on top of the coffee and sort of dissolves into it. And you can see it's like it takes on a very like a creamy coffee look.
I will also get one of those.
Okay, does another one up.
I'll have a dark coffee. Oh, what time of day is it, Tim?
It's like mid-afternoon, or it's like noon.
Oh, well, then I can definitely still have some. I'll have a light blend, please, with that on top. And do you sell your beans?
Yes, of course.
I'll take one portion of each, please.
All right. Half pound, full pound, 10 pound, 20 pound.
A full pound of each, please.
Start scooping up beans into sacks.
I love coffee. We make some back at Philenis, but it's very rare that I find coffee to take back. Oh, this is so exciting.
Philenis. You're a long way from home.
You know of it?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I've traveled all over the world in search of the best bean.
I got my beans right here. These are the best beans in the whole plane.
Of course. Of course.
Honestly, it's kind of unfair that you're not trying them. Just saying.
Well, if you'd like to leave me a little sample, I would love to try your beans. I just can't put them in my machine. I don't know. It has to do with sort of health reasons. I don't know where your beans come from, if they are, in fact, been cleaned and sanitized, and it's not a reflection on you, sir. I'm sure your beans are great.
I made my own
That's not
beans.
fair to my other customers.
I bred the beans myself.
Well, I would very much like to talk to you then. I have a whole farm. I've dedicated a lot of my life to cultivating beans, and I think we may have a lot to chat about.
Willie does not like asking people for money, but he basically, what is going through Willie's mind right now is he is looking to get he wants to get more money so that he can buy more bowls for more heroes feasts. And he's thinking that if he can manage to get this dude to not only accept his beans but give him money, he might be able to go afford more bowls.
That's so funny.
And so he's just gonna be like, I can grow your crops for you. You want
No,
bigger
I have
crops?
a robust farm with
I can make them bigger.
All right. Well,
Right now, I can make them bigger.
well, no, I mean, I'm working right now, and the farm, the operation at the farm is sort of all self-sustaining. I have a whole team.
I
but
got
if you want to
magic.
leave,
I got magic hands. I can go make your farm grow.
Magic is a part of the process. If you want to leave your card, I can sort of send you a sending or something, and we could.
Will you give me
coordinate
money
from
for the
there.
beans?
Right now?
Okay, this isn't going anywhere.
You can make a persuasion,
Willie
you can
just
make a
walks
persuasion
out.
check
Okay,
at
Willie.
disadvantage.
Willie has like a -1 or 2 to charisma, I think.
We
What a
love
sweetheart.
charisma dump
Willie,
stat.
Willie has a
characters.
6 charisma.
What a
So here we-
sweetie.
here we go.
Just the crotchetiest old man. He's so sweet. I love him.
I would love to, while this is happening, try and make just like. I just want to make eye contact with Kale and just like a nod of some sort and just try and. Well, everyone else is.
I got a 5.
I know. You know, we'll talk, and then I'll consider buying your beans.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach down in my bag. And Nebby always carries coffee from Fiolennis on her, so I'm gonna bring out a little, like, small portioned bag of.
I'm sorry, if you're all coffee
No,
salespeople.
No, I'm not. This is not.
This is the wrong avenue.
No,
to do
no,
it.
This
this
is
is
Willie's roast. Open it
No.
next door.
This is
You're
not for
going to
sale.
drive you out of business.
These are beans from Fiolennis. For you,
All right.
if you'd like them.
I do feel bad having just turned down your friend.
No, it's a gift. Not. I don't need anything for it. I will pay for my
point out,
coffee.
I love all of you very much. And I look behind it. That line is not getting any shorter, and those people are not getting any
There's
happier.
a number of
I
giants.
just like put my
fucking,
beans
like-
down as a like. He talked about my place, and I'm just
Alright,
gonna.
then.
And then I take my
Quickly
coffee, I
puts
give him a
them up.
cheers,
Kale.
and I pay for it, and I leave.
Kale will down his coffee and then lean over to Callie and say, "Quick, while they're busy haggling him to sell beans, I guess." And the two of us will
Yeah, I'd
try and
follow.
sneak away.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, you can see it's 20 gold for the
Yeah.
coffees and the beans that you
I'll
bought.
pay for it. Yeah.
As I'll have both Callie and Kale make stealth checks.
Oh, the stealthiest of the bunch.
Finn,
I'm
did you
going-
like coffee? He did remember that he doesn't like coffee.
I'm going
You are
to.
somewhat distracted because you did look over your shoulder at the line.
Sure.
I'm going to whisper to my armor.
Neppy's busy. I would say Neppy's probably busy with coffee stuff.
Willie might notice. He's always alert, so
Whis-
he's got a
Yeah.
20 passive perception.
Finn
Whis-
also with the alert feed is like kind of constantly looking out.
Hey,
Whis-
alert twins.
Whispering to my armor gives me advantage.
Mhm.
Okay.
On a stealth check, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, not the alert feed. Observant is the feed that gives me the stuff.
You guys can both make perception checks at disadvantage.
Cool.
18.
Making stealth? Oh my god.
Yeah.
25.
Ooh.
I took a proficiency in stealth a little while ago. I'm way better.
I swear I'm better now.
Willie got. Am I in my favorite terrain right now, or does this no longer count as my favorite terrain?
I would say you don't like being around people, so in a village, it's not your favorite terrain anymore.
Okay, then
fucking
with disadvantage,
sucks.
I got a natural 1. So that's an 11.
Okay.
I got an 18 and a natural 17, so 27.
So yeah, you kind of catch Kale and Callie stepping aside, but the two of you kind of sneak away, get a bit of distance.
Where are you
We've-
going?
We find Sorry, what?
Hey, friends, where you
We're
going to get
going to find a bathroom.
pockets?
Find a bathroom.
Get the spicy food. You'll put your face
Okay.
up on the wall.
Okay.
Speaking of, your gut starts to hurt.
Yeah, I got a case of the rumblies.
Gross.
Are you looking for a bathroom? I'll come with you.
No.
Go with them.
For fuck's sake.
I got a little bit of a rumbly going on because
we'll
I
take
ate
you
something
to.
and it's
We'll
not
take
agreeing
you.
with me.
Yeah, we'll take you to a bathroom.
Yeah. That's a weird way of saying that, but yeah, let's go find a bathroom together.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying we're not going to want to use it after I think you're done.
Yeah, which is why I'll let you guys go first. Oh, fuck.
Sure.
Finnan, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. At disadvantage.
If you make it to the bathroom.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
You ate the hottest thing in the universe, Finnan.
That's a 19.
You need to get to a bathroom right now.
Let's speed this process up. Oh, it's sharp.
Do we
can't,
still
like,
do we still get to go first?
No, I don't think so. We should do it all at once.
There is
together.
one next to the shipyard. There's like kind of a larger kind of bathroom.
On
stall.
point.
And
I need the
we're
moral support. Sit
That
beside
is
me.
literally all you need to do is get into the bathroom.
Honestly, Callie, I would love it if you could just sit near me, like within
No.
10 feet, so you can really
Absolutely
smooth this
not.
out.
You're a
Absolutely
moral
fucking not.
absolutist. How can you possibly believe this is okay?
If you don't
Absolutely
use
fucking
your
not.
dash action, you will not make it.
I've used my dash action.
Okay, we kind of let him
Then it
get
just
away from
takes
us.
off.
Yeah, we let me go, and then I
We
don't
sneak
know.
away.
Can I use a survival skill to sneak away?
Yeah, you got. He's in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
okay.
not, he can't.
So
Oh,
we-
no.
Yeah, I just want to kind of.
no.
You don't need to play that up. Fade that to
can
black.
hear him yelling.
Fade that to black.
I
God's
just want
above. Nebby, come heal me.
I'll message your damage in the chat.
This is good fertilizer for the beans. Like Whistle Willie goes running out.
Kel and Callie would find a sort of quiet.
I want to find a hidden spot. That's
Yeah.
I want to like find the best spot. Very hidden.
Yeah, you
Cool.
kind of tuck in behind some of the small stone buildings. It's quieter.
So-
On the side.
Pull out the book.
Yeah. Pull out the book, baby.
Okay, you both take a look at the book.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you both to make charisma saving throws, please.
That's not my dice box.
$28.
That's right. You're both charisma-based characters. I was like, what?
29.
Okay, yeah. You flip through. It is incredible. The detail, and it's exciting. You're both very excited, and you're doing something wrong, but it feels very fun. But you do not see the Prince of Pleasure other than his portrait at the end of the book.
Why is he not here?
I think we have to go find him. We need to get Neppy to let us borrow the talisman.
Yeah, good fucking luck. I haven't been allowed to wear that since I took the syringe.
But what if we just borrow it without her knowing?
Okay.
And then
How do
we'll
we do
come.
that? How do we borrow it without her knowing? It's Neppy.
It's true. Okay, we have to work on it because it's the only way we can go.
Where do we have to go?
We have to go find him.
Where?
I think it's. Do we know where we're going? We have a pole, right?
Yeah, you have a. It's almost like an instinctual knowledge. You would know that you do have to travel to the abyss.
We have to go to the abyss. That's where he is.
Just ask Neppy for it. What if I just ask Neppy for it? She's wearing it right now, right?
She is, but I mean, I don't know if I want her knowing.
Well, she probably needs a break from having it. I could wear it.
That's true. But I don't know if we can. She's not going to be okay with us going.
No,
She's
we're
not gonna allow
We
that.
can't tell her that we're going. I'll just offer to wear the talisman for a bit.
Out of nowhere. It's a little suspicious.
Do you have a better
I
plan?
mean, no, I do not have a better plan. My plan was to steal it from Nippy, which is, I mean, I use the term borrow, but I think we all know what I mean.
Steal. Can Adonis get us there?
I think Adonis might want. Tim, what would my gut tell me about whether or not I'd want Adonis to know about this? Because it's tricky because Adonis is in that world for me, so it's not like out of possibility, but at the same time,
exactly that exact thought pattern goes through your head of like, you know that Adonis has certain proclivities he has a wilder side, and he is not one to shy away from new experiences. You reckon he has probably maybe been to the Abyss? He's never mentioned the Prince of Pleasure in your conversations, but
I will say this: if we can't find a different way, I'll ask him. But for me, it's sort of like, let's say you're with someone and they know how to dance and you don't know how to dance.
Yeah.
And you want to learn how to dance. Exactly. So you go to a dance teacher.
Yeah.
But you don't invite the person who can already dance with you to the dance teacher,
because
then you
show them how good you're at dancing.
Exactly.
No,
I need to get good
it.
at exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I get it.
I will. If we can't find a different way, I'll ask him because I'm pretty sure he'll know.
Do you want me to ask Nippy for the talisman?
I think that's the first best plan that we have so far.
Okay, I will ask. Yeah.
This is kind of a crazy thought.
Okay.
So bear with me here.
I love a crazy thought.
Okay.
Okay.
You and I, really, really good at a lot of things. Not very good at sneaky things.
Yeah.
Maybe we bring in a third person.
Who?
I don't know, but if we bring in a third person, maybe Finnan.
No, Finn's too.
But he's very sneaky, and he's
very young. Well, I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
weird. I'm so
it does feel
I'm
weird.
so much older than him.
Now that you say it.
Yeah.
But he did say he doesn't want us to think of him as young anymore.
I know, but I think in this way, with the
Still weird.
pleasure,
Okay.
still a little bit weird. Good thought, just a little bit weird.
I mean, later he'll be like, he doesn't have hair. I don't
No, he
care.
doesn't have
If he
hair.
doesn't have hair, I don't care. I think that's his. I think that's his saying.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll try and get the talisman.
we'll try and get the talisman. That's our plan. Okay.
It's
Only
plan
skin, I'm not in.
Right.
You're busy shitting yourself.
So I just needed to add more letters, aphorisms.
We should go to the pockets so I don't get suspicious.
Oh, they're not going to get suspicious.
I think they will.
Has like myself and Letters and Willie and Clack are
As I
standing
got
there.
to.
Yeah, you're
Where the
enjoying
fuck are they?
your coffee. The coffee is like, because you had the Desura in it. It is so creamy and sweet. It is incredible. Ooh, it's so nice. But the two of you come back a little while later. Finn and you also make your way back.
I come back and I go, I don't know about y'all, but I could eat. I'm starving. Food, anyone? Lunch? Dinner?
Can I
What time
can
is
I
it?
have collected some of like the releasings for use in my fertilizer?
Oh,
Can Willie have just been standing by?
Absolutely. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it is
just
like,
assume if
"Ah,
Willie was
reduce,
asking
reuse,
that
recycle,
question,
that's
Gross.
Willie knows what he's doing.
I would question that Willie knows what he's doing about anything if he's doing that.
I've never
Live on
trusted
the
Willie
land.
more.
Willie, from me to you to your farm. I hope it. I hope it
Dear
helps.
God.
I hope it makes
Goddess
your crops
grace.
grow nice.
Locally sourced.
Yeah.
Farm
that's
Shall
what-
we? Shall we
Perfect-
return to the
perfect
boat?
cover.
Yeah,
Has it
that's
been about
gotta
4
be
hours
4
at this
hours.
point?
That's gotta have been 4
Absolutely.
hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we meander our way back to the boat.
You head
And
back.
I have like 5 pounds of coffee. in the bag of
Before we
holding.
leave, could I have swung by during this and grab? Because I do have some money. Could I go and buy some bowls
Make an investigation check to see if you can find anywhere selling
This is a bag
jewel-encrusted
full
bowls.
of balls.
Clang, 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 clang.
What do I get? Okay, +0 to investigation. It's a 15.
15. You search, but you don't find any. It seems like there isn't a lot of trade that happens here, and not a lot of wealth is passing through here in that kind of sense. It's like it's more of a functional place. There's not a lot of outside of those two vendors. That's kind of it. It's a stopping point for the sailors and the folks who do live here. It's kind of like
a tourist trap,
a place where they work. No, Calda is the tourist trap.
Oh, okay.
This is like a working harbor.
I like to think that suggests that Willie has a bowl guy in Calder where he's just beelines through the city, gets to the bowl guy and gets the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's much easier to find them in Tyne because there is a lot of artisans and things like that. They're much more
people all over the place. My bowl guy must be out of town right now. I gotta keep your eyes out. See if you see a bowl stand along the way as we're sailing.
So you see Infernus head over, and you can see with him is a Goliath, a fairly tall Goliath next to him, and he kind of strides up.
We'll be heading out. Boris here is going to go talk to the harbor master, Cadmus, and get us permission to go farther upriver.
Thank you.
It's a restricted thing.
Yeah, you do. You do need permission to go farther up past the mine, just for safety.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. They know you're not pirates, and I have a relationship with some of the folks at the mine.
We're gracious for your connections, Infernus.
Yeah. I have a bit of a history with the owner of the mine, so it should be fine.
Infernus, have you ever had the super special hot pocket from the pocket store?
Yeah, you gave me the insanity pepper.
Yeah, you gave me is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That was insane. It was an insane after experience, but well worth it. My face is up on his wall now.
And you didn't pass out?
No, I stayed fine. It was fine. It was fine, and then an hour later, it was apocalyptic. But then I was fine after that as well.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, I'm impressed. One of your kind is able to put one of those down.
Yeah, I ate something a while back, and it's kind of made things hard to not, I can eat a lot because of the thing that I ate a while back.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. And if you do, just hang it over the side of the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of turns around. He gives Boris a big hug. And you can see it's kind of a very warm embrace. And then Boris.
He's got people in all places, and I love that for him. I ship it all.
Very popular man.
Bros in different area codes.
He's,
we can't assume just bros because he did not specify the gender of the previous person.
I just didn't want to use the other word that round.
This is also true.
And so you see he takes the boat back out. The boat gets loaded back into the river. As you begin your heading out, and as you go, you can see some of the fire giants in the garrison, kind of on the other side of the harbor, farther upriver, where you can see the larger boats coming in. You kind of weave between them, but you can see some of the fire giants kind of just give a wave as he kind of nods his head, and you continue into the much wider part of the river, out. And around, and you can see now in the distance a volcano. The river kind of bends around a fairly large volcano. You can see there is a bit of smoke kind of coming out of the top, and you kind of stay towards the center of the river, and you can see he's kind of navigating around as larger boats come by. But it's only a 2-day journey to Bale's Gullet mine, and you can see too on some of the boats. The larger boats coming from the mines all have fire giants on them, and they are all decked out with weaponry. It seems like this part of the river is because of the nature of the boats having such value. and in their cargo, it's much more likely that like they are protected, and therefore this area is less. It's a quieter area of the river because of that.
Furnace, would it be safe to say that this is probably the safest leg of our journey?
Yeah, unless a dragon comes along.
I'm gonna go have a very sweaty nap, but that's great to know.
Right, yeah,
Go
sure.
below deck.
So yeah, you kind of head over into the covered area and lie down.
Yeah, we should be fine unless
You're saying
comes.
a dragon? How likely is that? A dragon?
It's been known to happen, but it's been a while. I don't come up to the mine very often, so I don't really know when the last time a dragon rolled through. But
And Tim, please refresh my memory. Who did we hear about the Ashen Palace from?
You heard about that, I think, from Willie. Willie told you about that,
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how far the Ashen Palace is past the mine?
I believe it's a day or two beyond the mine. From what I know, and I think Willie was telling you about this, but I don't really know. I've been a little bit beyond there some time ago, but there was a lot more settlements farther up a long time ago.
And now they're gone.
Just lost contact,
Lost contact.
so we don't see anybody from them. So I don't know if they're gone or if they're still there.
Right. Do we know who has residence in this Ashen Palace? Not that it really matters, but if they're going to cause us trouble as we pass.
Well, I think rumor was it was some kind of devil took up residence there.
My eyes would move over to Kelly.
But, I can't say for sure. Last time I passed by there, it was pretty quiet. So
When did you pass by there?
about a year and a half, maybe a year and a bit. Somewhere about a year. Yeah, I'd say a year and maybe a year and 4 months. It's hard to tell.
Right.
But I don't know for sure. Like I said, it's just a rumor.
Hmm.
The river moves. Sometimes it's closer to the palace, I think, and sometimes it's farther away on an offshoot.
Well, by her grace, we will pass by it entirely with no problem.
Hope so.
Who resided in the Ashen Palace?
Like I said, the rumor was some devil holed up there, built himself a palace. It's not unusual. We get devils here all the time in Tyne buying weapons and such. But yeah, I never met the person there, so I can't say for sure.
Tim, was the Baron a devil?
Yeah.
Sick.
I guess we continue on.
All right. So the day passes relatively quietly. You pass by a number of large ships. You can see kind of all of them have much larger crews, and these ships are like, some of them are 30 feet long, about 20 feet wide. They're almost like barges, just piled high with raw ore and minerals and things like that. And again, day turns into night. And we'll have, who would like to take first watch?
I'll take a watch.
I'll
Sure.
watch with Nippy.
All right. I'll have you both make perception checks.
I'll guide myself as I do so.
Okay.
That's going to be 30.
Oh, I have 13. Sorry.
Just a vague bubbling in the background. Just
I got a 10, maybe. That's natural. I
I
got an 8, actually. Not
kind of just-
persuasion, perception.
Sort of preoccupied thinking about the Baron. But you don't notice anything, and Neppy, it's quiet. You see some movement kind of in there are some trees on the west bank. The east bank is a bit more it looks like more like lava fields.
Mm.
So it's a bit, it's kind of clear, but you can see on the west bank there is some movement kind of in the trees, but it looks mostly like at one point you think you see what looks like maybe a flame rex,
Cool.
just kind of stalking off into the forest. But other than that, it's pretty quiet.
Nebby would like go through her prayers at some point in the watch, but would return to sit and to keep a lookout.
Keep a look. Neppy,
Yes,
can I ask you a question?
always.
The talisman that you wear, the chaos talisman.
Yes.
Does it get hard wearing it all the time?
Well, I think something that my time at Philenis has gifted me is a gift of perspective. So the ability to look inward at myself and understand the weight that comes with wearing it. I do feel the pulls of it, but I trust in myself that I can resist the pulls decently. Now, I will say there have been times where I have let myself. I feel like I have gotten carried away, and perhaps the talisman has influenced that, certainly. But I have been wearing it for a very long time now. So I do feel the weight of it. Yes.
If you, I don't know, ever need a break from it, be happy to share that weight.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Sorry, this is Lennon, not Callie.
Thank you. Perhaps after all this plane hopping with the Titans, it would be nice for me to have a time away from it for a while. I carry enough. Neppy rifles through 6 necklaces that she wears, each with varying levels of importance. Perhaps that would be nice.
Should be
Have
nice
someone else carry it.
to give you a break. I'd be happy to do that.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah. I do remember last time you took it though.
I feel like I'm.
She gives you a little pat on the shoulder. I know you've grown. Sorry, one sec. I'm just grabbing something. I am very right here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back.
I don't think anything like that would happen again.
No, I don't think so either.
That was a long time I wore it.
Yeah, I think you wore it for 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Thanks. Me too.
I'm starting to very much have an appreciation of the thing you go through. Kamea.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No. And I think something that is particularly difficult with it is that I could cast sending. I do often. But I pick up my sending stone for Kokanee. Just doesn't work when you're on a different plane. So it is either I burn through my magic, which could put us in danger here, simply so that I can talk to my husband.
Yeah, we're on a different plane a lot.
It seems unfair.
It's really hard.
How do you manage?
I don't.
Right.
I wish I could tell you that I do, but I don't.
Right.
Sometimes we go weeks without talking.
I know.
Well, the world is out there. I don't know if a rift has opened and swallowed Wolverine. And since
sure.
I'm who I am, I'm not sure. The more I do, the more of a target it makes her.
I know.
So the more I'm out here, and I feel like I should be getting used to it, I just get more scared.
Adela and Damien didn't ask for They didn't ask for this, you know? They didn't ask for the target based on the jobs their parents do. Who their parents are.
Well, they're lucky to have you.
Thank you. They're lucky to have Kokanee at the moment.
If I could have made a choice, and I was small, and had a target on me and had my mom, or lived my life without a target like I did for so long, I would have chosen to be a target.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Of course.
They'll just grow so much. They'll grow so much. I'm gone for a week. I don't see them. Kokanee can only describe to me what they're doing because he's in wherever he is. I wish your wife would just listen and go. I know she stays because she's as stubborn as we both are. And her people need her.
I wish she would go too.
After we're done with this Titan thing, you take the amulet. You can use it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Tim, I have a question. This is very hard for me because Callie would want to tell tell Neffy, but I know she can't. I know she has an urge to not tell, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like it's. You know, you have to keep it a secret. Like you can't let anyone stop you.
Yeah. No. I know that.
The only reason you would tell someone is if you were sure that they would help you achieve your goal.
Yeah, no, Neffy wouldn't.
I mean, you haven't asked.
I know you wouldn't. Hey, Neffy, I want to go down to the Abyss and meet the Prince of Pleasure. Can you help me with that?
Is that Callie asking Nebby
No,
outright?
no.
All right, so your watch ends.
Yes.
I would,
Who
yeah,
is
just link
next
it.
up.
I'll wake up Kale.
I'll wake up. Who hasn't? I'll wake up Letters.
Yeah.
What did she
The
say?
worst pairing.
Yeah.
But
Let it
what?
happen. Let it
I did
happen.
it. That's
The
what she
worst pairing.
Sometimes the
great.
dice tell the story.
What did
When
she say?
I'm just gonna like, as I wake him up, I'm just gonna like walk beside him and be like, I have the amulet. Will happen. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Kale's gonna keep his armor on this time round.
No way, really?
Take your shirt off, coward.
Oh, his shirt's off. It's just armor.
Shirt's off.
There's a
Oh,
lot
so
of
chafy.
chafing. A lot of chafing.
Rough. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Let's look out of this boat.
Yeah.
I'd give Letters
Perception
guidance
checks.
before I went to bed.
Oh, that's polishing a turd. Let's see. Where's a D4?
But it's shiny nonetheless.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 3 plus 2. So
Pretty
5.
good. 5. Okay.
Hold on, I was just burning all my luck points before bed. What are we, perception?
Mhm.
22.
22. Okay. So Kale, with your 22, about an hour in, you notice there's kind of a dark spot in the river that seems to be kind of like growing somewhat. But you're able to see as you get a little bit closer that it is in fact just a pocket of cooling magma. It seems like there is just like a pocket where that is, for whatever reason, has gotten kind of cooler and is starting to pool Do you let Infernus know?
Yeah, if he's awake, I would.
Yeah, he's like.
What causes this sort of cooling?
Oh shit! Here, take this.
And he gives you kind of a large tungsten rod with kind of like a flat and almost like a potato masher on the end.
Could you go ahead and break that up?
Yeah, of course.
Make. I'll have you make just an attack roll for me, please.
Attack. What am I adding?
You can add your strength plus proficiency.
Really? That's going to be an 18.
Yeah. So you start breaking it up, and you watch as you start to break it up. The like lava kind of subsumes and like pulls the rest of the magma under.
Oh, that's gonna be a headache. Just keep an eye out for any more of those.
What does that happen a lot? What's
It can happen at this section of the river. Larger boats don't really have a problem with it. They can usually just push through, but sometimes the smaller boats you can hit a snag and you can tear up the metal from the outside.
What causes it?
Well, sometimes when the river gets too shallow, the magma starts to cool at the top, and you get that. And if it happens too much, it can form pockets of pressure in other places. If the river's a little more fast moving, and you can get geysers. It's bad.
you just got the one tungsten rod, or?
No, I got another one over there.
Okay, cool. We got our rods, and Kale, if you spot one kind of way out that we just can't poke, I'll send my big fist after it and punch.
Yeah. You kind of keep an eye out, but it doesn't seem like there's any kind of like eddies like that. It just seems relatively clear. You were able to spot that big one before it was a problem.
Sick one. Good watch, dude. I'm waking up.
You high five for a bit. And, Willie and Finn both wake up.
What are you guys doing on your watch?
Why is someone clapping? What's going on?
We're applauding you. You had you did a good sleep. We were placing bets whether you were able to sleep through that. You had some pretty horrendous nighttime emissions that honestly made it pretty difficult for the rest of the boat to sleep. But you know, we've slept through literal battlegrounds, so you know.
I will say, I was the fourth most. That was the fourth most difficult thing I've ever eaten. I'll say that.
Well, he's all yours, Will Wax.
You can ask about that. I mean, I really don't want to know.
Give me a quick rundown. What were the other three?
Oh, yeah. So no, hold on. Before we get to bed, you have to watch out for the cooling pieces of lava.
Hey, here's your stick.
Yep, thank you.
Here's your stick.
Yeah.
I'll have you both make perception checks.
I had 5 letters one more time before bed.
28 for fitting.
That's such a cute thing. Good night, Yanis. I mean, shit. Good night, Carol.
Okay. I rolled a natural 3 and got a dirty 20.
So you both spot
Rangers,
a couple of
man.
smaller patches as you're going. Nothing large, though. So you just kind of break it up as you go, but nothing troublesome.
So normally I'd like to be like number 3, number 2, number 1 to kind of like build suspense, but I do need to explain number 1 to kind of give context to the other two, because number 1 was a giant's heart that was filled with crystal, and when I ate that, it did make it so that I wanted to eat more things and could eat more like arduous things. Number 2 was Clack after that. Really convinced me that because of the giant's heart I'd eaten, I could just eat rocks. And I did eat a piece of granite, and it did smash up a couple of my teeth, and Neppy had to kind of sort that out. So that was like a week-long process, and some of it did make it down, but definitely didn't get digested. So that was a bad week. And number 3. Well, number 3 was my dad's. He tried to cook one time. As like a gesture, I guess. My dad and I don't get on well, and I think he was like trying to bring us closer as a family. And genuinely, I would rather have eaten the granite. Honestly, it should be number 2 because it was horrifying. I think, honestly, what he did was a crime. It was, but
Yeah,
and then
sounds
number
like
4
it.
was that hot pocket, which really, kind of cleared the system, you know?
Yeah, that's gonna be real good for the plants and the beans.
I'm so glad that I could help you. I'm so glad that I could help you, Willie. Oh.
Yeah.
I would like to. I can't do it too many times, but I think it's worth doing just as we're traveling. I would like to, as a 5th level spell, cast Commune with Nature. So that I can get a feeling for whether there are. It will tell me about the terrain and bodies of water, as well as prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and any influence from other planes of existence or buildings. And I think I cast this by having Rupert sort of dip his tail into the lava, and because I don't, dip his tail into the lava. And like he sort of lifts up like a little globule of it, and Willie would take like a pair of tweezers and take like a little thing like, and with the like just judging by the sediment of what all has flown in here, as well as a quick of the air.
What your kobold eyes see, Willie?
Powerful celestial right here. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You can just say eyes. It's okay. You can just say eyes.
Noted. Fun fact, my eyes don't see anything.
Really? Are you blind?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know.
Blind, not blind. Blind, not blind. It's a whole goggle thing.
Well, you can certainly find your way around for somebody who can't see. I actually can do that a little bit too. See?
And I put my hands over my eyes and I say,
how many, hold up some fingers.
Oh, I like this.
I'm like
8.
Willie has blind sight up to 10 feet.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I can feel the vibrations in my toupee.
Oh, I didn't want to ask about that, but it's really good. It's very convincing.
Thank you. It's a common thing in fire. I don't know about kobolds, other planes, but fire elemental kobolds. We like to wear hair.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, we age it with us as well. So
I lift my hat and you can see like I'm bald, but have just the ring of old man hair.
What a sweet
You have
man.
a balding toupee.
Yeah,
Sean's dead.
I got a wig guy. Had it made custom.
I love that. I think that's
We went to
fantastic.
another plane and just found a person in character who can so thoroughly one up all of Letters' like Earth Elemental Plane like nuttiness. The cultural thing that we have wigs and they age with us.
It's
I feel like
And we're also lizards.
I feel like that makes sense that like the fire elemental plane would just be slightly more absurd than
It's
the
just
earth
spicier.
elemental
It's
plane.
just
a
spicier.
little
What else would it
spicier.
be?
So
God.
you do not sense any within 3 miles. You don't sense any fae or fiends. No other powerful celestials other than Callie.
Heyo.
You do sense some elementals, but nothing outside of the normal range of like elementals exist kind of in a constant state of flux here on this plane. They exist and they live for a time and they die and like they return back into the plane itself. It's sort of a manifestation of the planar energy, but nothing in the immediate vicinity. You do notice though from the like minerals and the kind of like nature of the river, you do get a sense that the river in this section, you notice that, and not only from your experience of breaking up these little eddies, but you sense that there are more to come. It seems like this section of the river has maybe gone through a cooling period. And it seems like there are more blockages ahead and there is pressure building in some spots.
Do I have any understanding of why that might be, why it's cooled a bit?
You're not sure. You know that like sometimes that happens when the river is moving. Like the river itself doesn't stay on the same path all of the time. The part of the river that's near the city is kind of maintained so that it always sort of flows through there. But beyond that, especially as you get farther out beyond sort of civilization, it does tend to move over time. It does take a very long time for it to happen, but sometimes when the river is moving course, it does tend to cool slightly. And like, you know, as the like banks start to move over, but it is a gradual process, but it seems like that's been happening for a while. And so now there's a period of kind of cooling and pressure building up.
Okay, then I'm going to have, I'm going to look over at Rupert and be like,
all right, go scout ahead to see if there's anything we need to be concerned about. If you can't, just break it up yourself.
He's immune to fire damage, and he's got I think like a 40-foot swim speed.
Yeah.
And also he's got like a strength of 16. So hopefully if there's anything like small enough for him to break up, I'll have him break it up. And if not, I'll tell him just to come back and let us know so we can get prepared.
But I start testing just shooting things with Eldritch Blast just to see if it like breaks it up a little bit. Yeah.
And for the most part, it's still relatively small. It seems like it may be farther ahead as you get into the next day, that it may be more tricky. But he's happy to swim in the lava alongside the boat and kind of keep an eye. But other than that, the rest of your watch goes remarkably quietly. You
As
pass
always,
by another
Woody,
large
it's
ship
been a
in the
pleasure.
night, but that's about it.
Yeah.
As everyone else rouses from their slumber.
Hell yeah, baby.
As you all kind of begin your day out on the river once again. And by the end of the day, you should get to Bale's Gullet mine. And at about midday, Rupert has been swimming up ahead. And you do notice there's kind of larger patches, especially towards the eastern bank. And
it's
as
Rupert.
Rupert kind of swims about 10 feet ahead, you watch as very suddenly and violently he shoots up into the air as a massive flow of magma, just like a geyser of magma, just jettisons him up into the air. He's kind of flailing, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Oh, yo,
Look
dang.
at me! Look at the thing that you're throwing into the air. That's Rupert right there.
Yeah.
What
He's
a
fine.
good
He's immune to
boy.
fire damage. He's having a great time.
God, he's such a pretty pupper. Okay,
cute.
we are going to take a quick break. We have some new music in our break sequence. We have extended it a little bit. It's like, I think around 10 minutes now. So grab yourself some really good coffee if that's what you want to do. Maybe make yourself a hot pocket, and then come on back. We will see you very shortly.
Put some insanity
Bye.
peppers on it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my
Bye.
God.
Bye. hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Are we back?
We're live.
We're live.
Oh,
We're
goodness.
live. We're live.
We're live.
There's a big geyser when we left. I'm very scared.
Big old geyser.
Big old geyser.
So you watch as Rupert flails up into the air, and as the magma comes down, there is this kind of like shifting of the boat. The boat starts to rock and sway. I'll need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw so you can stay on your feet.
Natural
Good
1 for the Willmeister.
Yeah, Wilster goes right down.
Did you add my bonus?
You're muted, my dear.
19.
Hey, yeah, you're able to stand up on your
Did
feet.
you add my bonus? You got a +4 because you're near Callie.
22.
Sorry, I was choking on Chef Boyardee. And then I had stream also running because I like to turn the music on. So it was a big auditory thing.
8
8, okay. You fall down.
on my bum.
What was yours, Finnan?
With Callie's bonus 10.
10. Okay, you fall down too. So you watch as the boat kind of shifts this way, kind of backwards. Neppy, Willie, and Finnan all slip and fall. You're all knocked prone.
A 15 enough?
And you're knocked prone as well.
Sick.
As the boat kind of rocks back to center. As you hear Infernus start to he starts swearing in giant, and he shifts the boat, and you feel the whole thing kind of shift around. He's like, I need some folks up front with those rods.
Hey, Infernus, you said that the bigger ships don't have problems with this?
Yeah, because they're weighed down with all that cargo they push right through.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna enlarge the ship.
And the ship gets bigger. It's heavier somewhat, but it doesn't have all the cargo.
It's like 8 times heavier. I don't know.
All right.
It sinks.
But it's still a
just gets
boat.
bigger. He's
It's
like,
not
"Oh."
denser.
Oh, all right.
Did that help? Did that help, or is this kind of a
It makes us a little less maneuverable, but that's all right. It's fine.
Is he kind of he's steering it back to?
I can't reach the lava.
all right, fuck, I'll
Kale's-
drop it
Kale's-
and we'll do it au natural. I make it a normal sized ship again. I
Kale's
get it.
gonna
Not a
go-
popular decision. I'll fucking poke.
Kale's gonna go to the front of the boat and just start whipping firebolts.
All right, I'm gonna have everyone
Uh-huh.
roll initiative for this.
Okay. Can I help steer the boat?
Oh my goodness.
It seems like Infernus has got his hand on the tiller.
What do you ask for help then? Wait,
I helped
sorry.
breaking up the cooling magma.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I don't need to roll for him. He's fine. Okay, so 25 to 20.
25.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
11.
12.
14.
Finnan goes before Callie.
And then it was 12. for
Yeah, I got
Finnan and Callie. Finnan. And Callie. And Kale, yours was 11.
11, correct, yes.
And Epi, yours was
9.
okay. All right. So letters, you are up first. You can see that you've kind of steered around, but you can see there's a number of dark spots as magma is piling up into
Magma.
and cooling quite quickly.
All right,
And you can see you're headed towards kind of a larger cooling spot.
Cool. How many sticks we got? We just got the 2?
Got the 2, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you've got experience. You got experience. I'm gonna stick to Kale, stick to Callie, and I'm gonna slap them both on their butts and cast Fly on them. And I'm gonna say, deal with the things before they become a problem. Go on now. And that'll be my turn.
All right.
You've got fly speed of 60 for 10 minutes, both of yous.
Nice. So on initiative count 20, the boat moves forward. You do slam into this cooled spot, and the boat does take a bit of damage and slows down. So the boat takes 10 damage. As you hear like a horrible scraping sound, as like you like start to kind of push through, and then you feel the boat kind of like lurch to like a much slower speed as it's kind of pushing through a drag, and you hear the scraping all along the hull. All right, it is now Willie's turn.
Would heating up these magma spots serve a similar function of breaking them up?
Yeah, you feel like if you can get it hot enough, if you can do enough damage, essentially fire damage, you could probably heat it up enough that the lava underneath can subsume it.
Okay, let me see.
You can fight fire with fire in this case.
Yes.
Well done.
Sadly, the UA version, or excuse me, the officially released version of the Wildfire Druid lacks Fireball, which is just a real oversight in my opinion. And I don't have anything else with a big radius that does fire damage. So instead, what I will do is I'll go for a Scorching Ray. We'll go for a 3rd level Scorching Ray. So Willie will come up, run up to the front with his staff and be like, pew, 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 and shoot out some Scorching Rays.
Yeah, do it. You can see ahead of you, there is another, like, you've now passed by that first kind of rocky spot, and you can see ahead of you, there is a larger, kind of more jagged one building up. That's probably about 15 feet away. You'll probably hit it kind of on the next round, you figure.
Okay, so let's see. First one does an 18 hit it?
Yes, 18 does hit it.
Okay, 18 hits it, and then each one does, I believe, 2d6 fire damage. And I don't think upcasting it increases the damage. I think it just gives you more rays. Yep, just gives you more rays. So first one does 6 fire damage.
Nice.
Still there?
Yes.
We hitting it again. That's a 19 now. Does 9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Still there?
15, yep.
Okay. That's a 27 to hit.
Yep.
We doing 7 points of fire damage.
Nice. It is still up.
Okay, hitting it again.
You've broken off some chunks, but it is still intact.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, just.
Okay, then it takes 4 more points of fire.
Nice.
Still intact?
Still intact.
Good lord.
Yeah. It is starting to crack apart, but you have done a significant amount of damage to it.
Then I will bonus action instruct Rupert to go to attack it.
Okay, so you watch as like Rupert is now kind of flailing in the lava, kind of like swims over and like kind of leaps over one of the cooling spots and goes to attack it.
And I'll roll to attack for him. He does not hit. That's a natural 10.
Yeah, so you see,
or modified 10.
He kind of scrambles, and his claws just don't kind of find purchase in the rock, and he's not able to kind of rip it apart. So he's nearby, though. All right, it is Finnan's turn.
I am also going to do some pew-pewing, but just with Eldritch Blasts. So I'm going to try to hit. I'll send the beam at the first one that Willie was trying to break up.
Away
Oof, that's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Natural
You watch as just kind of it. You're like, as Rupert's trying to claw at it, you're trying not to hit Rupert, and you just kind of go a little wide.
Right, again, that's a very wasted natural 20.
It's okay, they all count.
12 points of force damage.
Yeah, that is just enough. You blow that one apart.
And then I will shoot at the next nearest one.
You can see on the right-hand side, there is one coming up as well that looks like it's maybe going to hit the side of the boat.
And I will Never mind, I can't do that. It's too bright. 27 to hit for the Eldritch Blast,
27
though.
hits.
And that's 8 points of force damage.
Yeah, because you kind of like you hear that sort of dull thud as it slams into the rock. All right, it is Callie's turn.
Muted, my love.
Yeah. You would think branding smite means fire damage. Surprisingly enough, it doesn't, which is wild.
Searing smite?
Don't have it. I don't have it today, at least. I'll just fly out and start hitting them.
Okay, so yeah, you fly out over to the right-hand side with your pole in hand. So you can go ahead and roll an attack with your strength and proficiency. And it's a D8 when you hit. Plus your strength.
Okay. Yes. I think I understand. 28 to hit for the first one.
Yes, that hits.
No. Another 28 to hit for the second
That
one.
hits as well.
So it's a D8. D8
That's the base damage.
plus
Your strength.
my strength. So plus 5.
Mhm.
Plus that's it. Just plus 5.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. 7,
Nice.
10.
So 17 all up. So yeah, you pound away at it, and a few cracks appear, but it is still intact. And it is now Kale's turn.
Kale would run up to the prow of the boat and leap off and do that thing where he falls below the edge of the boat before casting Investiture of Flame and then using Fly to come shooting out, but on fire.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use...
Doink.
Flame on. He
Flame
says
on.
flame on while he does it.
I like the idea that there is
Flame
just like
on.
a 0.0%, like 1% chance of failing a spell, or like failing that, and just Kale being like,
Ah, shit.
like, fuck.
But he cast Fly on me, so I'm good. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken Investiture of Flame, which allows me to use my action to use the feature of it to create a line 15 feet long, 5 foot wide of fire directly in front of me. So I clap my hands and shoot it directly sort of like where the boat is going.
Yeah.
And that is 4d8 fire damage.
Do it up.
15 points of fire damage to the 15-foot line.
Nice. That is just enough. As you watch the like magma kind of like heat up enough to kind of break apart, and the magma underneath kind of subsumes it as the boat kind of rocks forward. So we're at initiative count 10. You feel a kind of like rumble underneath the boat as the pressure from either like from the side now kind of pushes up as a geyser kind of rocks up against the side of the boat. And I need everyone in the boat to make a dexterity saving throw. This won't count for Kale and Callie because you're up ahead of the boat.
I'm also still on my ass. Like I haven't gotten up
so
yet.
it would be disadvantage for you.
I also want to give credit where credit's due, Tim. The research that you've done to like fucking know about magmatic movement is fucking.
It's like a little bit.
No, but it just adds the extra level of spice, and I fucking super appreciate it.
Before you roll,
it's fucking dope.
Before you roll, I'm going to use my reaction Restore Balance to make that disadvantage a regular roll.
Thanks.
How's a 17 sound, Tim?
17 is not enough.
Oh, good.
How does a 7 sound, Tim?
7 is enough actually. So, no, it's not enough.
Willy
That's
snail.
as well.
That's a 12 for me.
Well, for you, that's not enough either.
I failed.
Letters does flex his brain, so any of these big rocks within 30 feet will take 7 points of force damage.
Nice.
As I trip.
You hear some cracking.
Oh,
So
fuck.
basically, as the like magma hits the boat, the whole thing kind of lists for a second, and then as it like slams back, some of the lava pours into the boat, and you all do take a bit of damage.
And we rested and didn't have a hero space, correct?
It's rested, no hero space.
Sick.
Old guy just didn't come through.
Bowl guy just didn't come through.
I got more bowls. I'm just saving them. Gotta ration them out.
Absolutely.
35 points of fire damage.
Okay, and that's halved for me because of Tiefling BB.
Yes.
And for me, because of
Yes.
resistance.
Yes.
So
35 and a half would be 17.
Really glad we're not in an acid
Yeah.
river.
That's next.
Fly is maintained. My concentration is maintained. You're all
Okay.
having a great time.
All right, Neppy, it is your turn.
Sorry, I'm getting some like major echo and feedback on my end. Yeah, I am going to stand up. And there is like magma all over
Yeah,
the...
so you can see the way that Infernus is steering the boat, he's steering it more over towards the western bank, where it seems like there's the river is deeper.
Okay.
And so he's heading in that direction, but you're not quite out of the woods yet. You have caught your like, it kind of came up suddenly, but this side of the river is starting to cool, and so you're kind of racing against the cooling effect. And the pressure that's then building underneath and pushing the river farther towards the western bank. So
Right.
you've destroyed the rocks directly ahead of you. There are some rocks farther ahead that are probably like you took care of the rocks that are about 15 feet ahead. There's another set of rocks that are about 60 feet ahead that you're sort of heading towards before you're probably in the clear.
Okay. I am going to move to position. I guess it's cost me half of my movement. So I'm going to try and move closer to positioning myself within 30 feet of as many people as I can. And then there is really nothing I can do. I have no fire and no force spells. So I am going to keep myself safe, and I'm going to cast Enhance ability on myself for dexterity.
Nice. So yeah, you get right up at the front of the boat. Callie and Kale are just 15 feet in front of the boat at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes on them. Try and keep Letters and Willie within 30 feet, as well as Finnan. And try and steady myself.
All right. So as the boat continues to move forward, you can feel the magma kind of like pushing you along, as well as it's like some of the lava on your left is also cooling, as well as you're kind of pushing ahead of it. But Letters, it is your turn.
Okay, hell yeah. We're just gonna keep it real simple. Which of these blocks looks a little rough and isn't on us yet?
The ones that you've dealt with are all gone. These ones ahead, no one has hit yet.
Okay, amazing.
You can see there's like a very large one, and then there's two kind of smaller ones that have formed around it.
I'll just create a bonfire on one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll sort of soften that bad boy up. Probably not, because it's only 11 points of damage. It's not that hot a bonfire.
All right. You do see, though,
Presuming
see,
it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it doesn't make any dexterity saving throws. You can see it is heating up, but it those rocks ahead, the two smaller ones looked about the same size as the ones that you just dealt with.
Excuse me. I really can't do that, or else I will drop concentration on fly, and that is not ideal. Could I instead shoot a firebolt at that
Yes,
one?
absolutely.
Let's see to hit. Yes, it's 26.
Yes, that does.
That's much better. 23 points fired.
Nice.
I think it's him.
you see like kind of a crack form along it. All right, initiative count 20. You've dealt with the rocks that are in your immediate vicinity, so you don't take any. The boat doesn't take any damage, but you are heading towards those other rocks, and
Gotcha.
you do get within 15 feet of them as the boat kind of lurches forward, and you can feel the magma underneath is moving fairly quickly, underneath, like sideways on your boat. So the boat is having a hard time kind of staying on course, and not capsizing. Basically, Infernus is doing everything he can to kind of keep you straight, to kind of get past those rocks. But it is now Willie's turn.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go with the same strategy that we've had. I still don't have any. Yeah, I would just have to upcast what I have, which I guess we're gonna upcast Scorching Ray again. We're gonna cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level, and we're gonna take aim at that thing. And as a bonus action, of course, I will instruct Rupert to go and absolutely tear that thing to shreds.
Yeah,
so.
Go, Deathlord, go.
Let's see. Okay. 1 miss, 1 hit for the first 2 Scorching Rays.
Nice.
The hit does 8 points of fire damage. And then for the last 2 rays, we got... you said 15 does hit?
15 does hit the smaller ones, yes. So
Okay.
if you're concentrating fire on the one that's already been hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay, that's 2 more hits.
nice.
And then it takes 7 plus 10. 17 more points of fire damage. And
right.
then Rupert's attack. Come on,
That one explodes. You watch as those scorching
fuck
rays combined with the fire just shatters in into a bunch of pieces. So there's the larger one and the other smaller one. Which one would you like Rupert to attack?
Okay. Rupert is going to attack the larger one. He rolled a 22 to attack.
Let's hit.
Okay, come on, Roop. Come on, Roop. It's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Nice. All right, so yeah, you watch as he, like, his claws kind of start to, like, tear into the igneous rock and sort of, like, they get into those small kind of bubbles and cracks and start to pull some of it away. All right, it is now Finnan's turn.
I am going to put all 3 Eldritch Blasts into the big one, and I realize that we don't often see light-based Finnan Eldritch Blasts. The cracks in the hard magma surface that shine with the underglowing light of the magma. Finnan's going to like look like he's grabbing something, and you're going to see the imprints of that grabbing into the light, and he's going to pull it apart as he pulls the light away. Yeah, it's a natural 1. So that goes over there. So a 25
That hit.
and a 23.
Nice.
Big numbers. 12 points of force damage.
Nice. All right, so yeah, you see another, like, you blast off a little chunk of it as it goes, but it's still, standing strong. All right, it is Callie's turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna hit.
Hit
Sounds
on.
good. You
Hit.
going for the big one?
Yeah, I'm going for the big one.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, you fly towards it with your pole.
20, not natural.
That does hit.
25. This number is. Oh, you can't tell. It's so scuffed. The paint is everywhere. It's just like, I don't know what's happened. 25.
25 does hit.
And then D8 plus 5.
For both attacks.
Yep.
So
12.
2d8 plus, or that for the first one.
First one. That's for the first one. And 11.
So yeah, you see like a large crack kind of form, but it is still standing. All right, it is Kale's turn.
Kale shoots forward. Where's the next rock?
There's the large one, and then the small one next to it.
And is there any more in the distance? Or is this
No,
the
it
last?
seems like that. Once you get past there, you should be in the clear.
Okay.
You'll have made it to the deeper part of the river.
I will use my action to shoot another column of flame at it.
How wide is the column?
5 feet wide.
You should be able to hit both then. We'll say you
Okay.
hit
Get
the
'em.
big one and the.
Eat it.
4d8. That is 17 points of fire damage.
Nice. That one is very heavily cracked, but not quite there. It's
And
not
the
quite enough.
baby one?
The baby one does take a sizable chunk, but it's still standing.
I will then. Use 2 sorcery points to quicken a 4th level wall of fire.
Nice.
So 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. But I'll send it up the river.
Does that drop? Is that also concentration?
Oh, that is concentration. Never mind. I won't do that then.
So many fire-based spells. So
I
much
know
fire.
he's a fire
Who knew
boy.
you'd get to use it here?
Well, I knew I'd use the one that makes me immune, except I didn't use it when I almost died.
You made a lot of choices that day that was maybe questionable.
You know, some days I show up very chaotic. How close is
Tails?
Callie to the?
Callie's right up on it.
Hale's never allowed the talisman. I just need that.
Nah.
That's a
Fucking,
ressecipe for disaster.
yeah,
I'll
that's
hit
baking
the-
soda and fucking.
I'll hit
vinegar. Let's go hard.
the big one with the firebolt.
Yeah.
Quicken firebolt. So 3d10. Uh, 20 points of fire damage.
Nice. That is just enough. As you blast it with a firebolt, and you watch as you kind of blow at the bottom, and the whole thing kind of topples in on itself and kind of implodes into the lava. The small one is still intact, but you do manage to destroy that one. As the boat kind of lurches forward, it does scrape along the small one. Actually, no, it doesn't do that yet because we're not there yet. It is initiative count 20 though, and you watch as there is kind of a whirlpool of magma that has sort of built up, and the pressure builds up, and once again your boat is hit with another geyser. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Fucking go.
Except
Make
for
those with
Kale and Callie.
advantage
Yes, except for Kale and
because
Callie.
of Cat's Grace.
Oh, we all make it
28.
with advantage?
No, just me.
Oh, never mind then.
Sorry.
That's 13 for the Willmeister.
Failure.
Didn't fucking help. The highest was a 14.
Well, I went ahead and failed that one, Tim.
Okay.
I got 10.
And what was yours, letters?
28.
You succeed, so you'll take half damage on this one. So that is. Oh, I rolled poorly. 24 points of fire damage. As it's a smaller geyser this time. As it kind of it sprays up next to the boat and splashes down in. Most of you managed to. Some of you managed to kind of dodge out of the way, but you do still take a bit of damage. So 24 on that, and then it is Neppy's turn.
Yeah, I think we're all doing okay at this point. I can't start to cast mending because that will take a whole minute. I think the best thing that I can do is yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really do. Because if I do that, I'll stop concentrating on my own thing. No, I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna take the dodge action,
Okay.
just in case something comes my way.
Sounds good.
And I am just going to stay within 30 feet of everyone. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Letters, you're up.
Sweet. I mean, we're not.
Sorry, guys, can't really help.
Yeah, I've done a lot by just sending a rowdy Kale out into the mix.
We all love a rowdy kill.
Yeah, we're just gonna firebolt. Because there's nothing in our immediate vicinity, correct?
There's the small one, the small rock that's there. That's the only one that's left.
It's just
But
right
then
beside
like
us?
I said, you'll be. It's about 15 feet ahead of you.
Oh, well, I can't hit that anyway. So yeah, I'm going to firebolt that little one. Get out of here, little guy. 15. Bang.
15 just hits, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Take these D10s, my guy. 26.
Nice.
D10 for you, D10 for you.
That is just enough.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
fuck you, little rock.
Yeah, you did it.
Get melted.
All right, so you.
I love you, Kale.
You manage to blast through the rocks as the boat once again kind of lurches forward and kind of skates around as you get into the kind of deeper part of the river. It's still relatively wide here, and you manage to kind of like, you're just kind of taking it easy as Infernus kind of takes a look over the side of the boat.
Well, it's a good thing you got those. If we'd taken any more, we probably would have had to pull the boat out of the river tonight.
Do you
But it
need
should
some?
be all right.
Do you need some help mending the boat? I'm happy to help.
Well, it's on the hull. It's on the outer hull, so I'll have to do it when we pull into port.
What if I? How far down on the edge is it?
It's underneath. You'd have to get in the river.
Oh no, I'm not getting in the river. Can I
Yeah.
heal it from? I can heal. Sorry, can I mend it from the?
No, the damage to the exterior.
Right. Well, let me
Really
help
thick
you
hull.
when we take the boat out next. Two of us going will be faster then.
Sure. We should be all right. Fairly. I don't think it took too bad, so we should be able to keep pushing. We shouldn't have to stop
Infernus,
on the bank. Mm-hmm.
if we lowered you into the lava, would you be able to mend the damage?
With all due respect, I don't feel comfortable getting out of my boat in the river.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
We did see that one thing get eaten by that, like.
Yeah, no,
giant
you're right.
fire
Yeah,
octopus.
there's things in the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking if it was a size issue, letters can sort that out. But yeah, no,
No,
that's
I
it's a safety thing. I get
prefer
that.
to keep a hand on the tiller.
That makes sense.
But thank you for offering.
No, of course. I
Don't
like to
worry.
love to problem solve. So
Should be fine.
cool.
And we're about a day from the mine.
Yeah, we should get there by tonight.
Oh, wonderful!
We'll press on a little bit into the night if that's all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Take us
Works
forward.
for me.
Cool.
So you continue through the day. That happened fairly early, so the rest of your day goes fairly quietly. You see a number of the larger barges kind of also moving along this side of the river. It's a little more crowded now as the river is kind of naturally narrowed as some of the cooling is taking place. But it is quite a bit deeper, and there is kind of a beauty to this place. Like it's very quiet in the Plane of Fire, other than the sort of background noise of the river. But it's not like other places that you visited. Other than the Plane of Earth, there isn't a lot of wildlife that is audible. There isn't really any birds and things like that. So there is kind of a quiet, peaceful nature to this place, along with the brightness that is kind of infused into everything. It's quite beautiful. And as you get a better look, as you come around, you can see the like mining camp up ahead. You're not quite there yet. You're still a few hours away, but you can see it's a fairly large operation. You can see this port is even more industrial than the last, as it's set up for loading up barges with goods. And you can see there is kind of a large structure that's been built into the side of the volcano. And you can see there's a number of basically barracks kind of built up around it. And as you kind of head on into the night, you arrive at the harbor as you're greeted by a number of fire giants in the port. It seems to be the fire giants are the primary workers at the actual port itself, as they're kind of like hauling goods and things like that and loading up the barges. And you see a crane kind of like, as Infernus kind of calls out, a crane is sort of moved over and scoops your boat out. And once again, you kind of step out as you arrive at Bale's Gullet mine in the evening. You see the fire giants kind of come up and start speaking with Infernus and Giant, kind of gestures towards all of you, and they kind of laugh a bit as he starts kind of pointing farther ahead, and they kind of like wave their hands and.
Is it all on the up and up? I speak giant.
They're basically they're laughing because like
it's insane what we're doing.
What you guys are doing, and that you want to go farther upriver, and they are just like, "What are you, stupid? Like, you have a death wish, I guess."
Yeah, fair play.
And they think it's funny, and they kind of like size you up and they know that you're not from this plane, or that's what they assume, and but they don't really care. Like they're not gonna stop you from doing it. And he kind of gestures you in. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find you a place to stay. There isn't really like an inn or anything here.
Can find us a spot, not in the town, but to camp.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go stay?
Well, I have a friend here.
Fucking Infernus.
She
Literally.
It's been a while since I've seen her, so I don't know how it's gonna go. So maybe if you let me know where you're gonna stay, I may end up where you are. But she runs the mine. So yeah, it's I don't come up this way a lot, so it's
Best of luck to you then.
I put a hand towards him. How well do you want that conversation to go?
I mean, pretty well. She's got a pretty nice setup.
I put a hand on his arm and I cast Enhance Ability for Charisma.
Yes, well.
I love that Infernus is just a handsome drifter. Just going downtown.
Also here for
crashing
Neppy
at a
cementing herself as the ultimate wing friend.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, you've got an hour, so make the most of it.
Yeah, I will. Well, I mean, if it goes well, then maybe I can get you some digs if you want. But if you want to camp, you're welcome to do that too.
I want to go where Will Wax is.
Right, well,
we're happy to
stay
camp.
safe out there.
Don't want to run into a bunch of horny lizards again, though. So like,
no, I don't believe they come this far.
Great.
There's not really a lot of vegetation out here.
Great.
Yeah, this area is mostly, unlike the kind of like the jungle that you were seeing around Calda and even Bollente Landing and the kind of farmland. This is predominantly just lava flats. It's much more harsh terrain.
Who is working? Like, can we, as we walk past, like trying to find a place to, with Willie trying to find us a place to camp? Do we get a peek into the mine? Like, do we see who's working?
So make a perception check for me.
Yeah, I'll cast.
You can all make perception checks if you want.
I will guide myself as I do so.
Willie, you would kind of know. You haven't really spent a lot of time here, but you would kind of know the operation.
28, Tim.
Yeah, 28 as well.
Nice. So you see, there are a number of fire giants. There's like probably second to the city of Tyne. This is the most amount of fire giants you've seen kind of in one place, and they all seem to be working the harbor and loading up ships and setting up the barges and captaining or working on the barges. And then you see the miners that are coming out of the mine. It seems like there's a shift change happening. Mostly kobolds and lizard folk, and a few dragonborn as well. And you can see, like as they're heading out, they're heading into a fairly large building that looks like probably the mess hall. And as you can see, the like kind of large doors opening because they have to be large enough for giants to get in as well. You can see there is like there's quite a bit of laughter and kind of merriment happening within, even though they're tired from their work. It seems like it's a fairly inviting place. And you can see there's a number of fire newts like serving up food and carrying dishes around. It seems like there is a whole family of fire newts that run the mess hall.
Very different vibe than the like Salkara mining company, the last mine that we were at.
Oh yeah. It like you can see that like even though that like they have very different jobs, you can see like the interaction between the folks who are loading carts out into the harbor. There is way more respect and equality within the workplace. It doesn't seem like the folks like the fire giants have more status because they work in the harbor.
Okay.
It seems you get more the sense just the like the entrance of the mine. It's a smaller place. It's just not to like the infrastructure that they would need to mine with fire giants isn't practical. As their size difference is huge, but you can see that like the fire giants are helping them, pull the carts and load up the barges. It seems like there is much more of an equal footing here, even between varying jobs and things like that.
I would like, as we were walking through, like kind of quietly point that out to everyone, that it doesn't seem like this is a very different vibe.
Yeah, and you can see the mine, like the volcano itself is kind of like it looks like a semi-active volcano. You can see there isn't any lava flows on this side of the volcano, but you can see on the other side there is lava that is flowing into the river, and there's a bit of smoke and things like that. But it seems like the mine kind of goes potentially underneath the volcano.
Oh, cool.
And you also notice with your high perception check that some of the like shift of miners that are going in, you can see that a number of them are decked out in miners gear and carrying tools and things like that, but you also see a number of them with staffs and various different kind of magical accoutrement. They don't necessarily look like miners, but potentially some kind of magical assistance.
Very cool.
Tim, is there anyone around that it would look like they know? Is it the Ashen Castle? What is it? Is there anyone around that like a vibe check of being able to ask them about that?
Sure, you make a perception check to see.
I want to find someone that looks like they know. It looks like they know all the gossip. I keep opening. I have tabs on my Google, just most frequent visited pages, and I keep either typing into Google Callie or just opening our Twitch when I go to find my D&D Beyond page. Perception?
Yeah.
21.
You see there is a dragonborn that kind of sticks out to you, a green dragonborn that you can see. She's talking with a few fire giants as well as a few kobolds, and they're kind of laughing you can see she's kind of like regaling them with some kind of story. You can just tell by her body language and her like kind of animated self that she's regaling some kind of story, and they're all laughing. And she seems to be like a few others are kind of drawn to her as she's telling this story, and it seems like she's relatively charismatic in her approach, and you get the sense that she looks a little bit older, like she's probably been here for a while, but she's got a pickaxe on her shoulder, but you get the sense that she may have some stories.
I would love to go up to her. I'll just stroll up and like actively listen to the story she's telling.
Yeah, and so she kind of finishes up, and you'll never believe this. And that's when we hit just a big pool of magma, and it got all over his pants. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. She kind of like, as they all sort of laugh, she kind of looks over at you. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Wow, I gotta say, I don't see a lot of folks that don't have scales around here, other than the giants, and this is a real breath of fresh air. Tinks is my name.
Calliope.
She kind of reaches out her hand.
I reach out my hand. Calliope.
Calliope. Oh, what a beautiful name. What is your story? What are you doing here?
You look like some.
I know some shit. Yeah, if that's what you want to, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Of course I know some shit.
How much do you know about the Ashen Castle?
Excuse me?
I'm wondering if you know who used to live there.
Well, I mean,
She kind of like looks around.
personally. But yeah, that's a name I've heard tossed around.
I'm gonna throw up. Callie would just go like all color would drain from her face.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I mean, I've never been there. I don't know him, but that's a name I've heard tossed around. The Baron, the title, I guess.
Yeah, Baron von Kron.
Baron von Kron? It's a dumb name.
It is a dumb name.
Do you know this Baron von Kron?
I think I killed him.
Then I guess he's not a problem.
I hope. I don't think I'm that lucky.
Yeah. I don't know. It's mostly just fairy tales and stories about the Ashen Castle. It's been there for so long. But we don't really go farther upriver, so I just kind of get snippets here and there of folks who have.
Do you know who has been there?
No, it's mostly folks who pass through. They don't stay here.
Checks out.
Yeah. Sometimes scavengers go farther up looking for valuables or trying to get in contact with folks, family members. I mean, we lost contact with a lot of settlements a long time ago, so you hear those stories less and less.
Sorry to hear that.
I mean, I was just a kid when it happened.
Still
But
hard.
we had some family up there. A lot of Dragonborn, lost family.
It's hard. I'm sorry.
And it's all right. Like I said, I was a kid. I don't really remember my uncles and aunties.
I think it's still pain you can carry.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Thank you for your sharing that with me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I could share a lot more with you if you like.
I'm married.
That is fantastic. I'm happy for you. I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
Well, if it ever goes south and you need to find yourself,
I'll let you
you're
know.
always welcome back.
Welcome back. I'll let you know. I'm gonna leave, and I'm going to very quickly, I think, stroll up to Neppy and just like, you know, the speed, like where you just like walk with a purpose. And I'm just gonna grab Neppy's arm as I walk back.
We're walking. Yes.
The Baron lived in the Ashen Castle. It was the Baron.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Whoa!
Len with the cliff lich.
Lived in the castle. Past tense.
It'll be fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fine. Gosh, fine.
We should definitely go explore it though.
You love when nemesis come back to haunt you, right?
They haven't done anything. We killed them. It's fine.
They're
Devils
dead forever.
always
We all
stay
know that.
dead.
Devils stay dead forever.
I know things are fine when people say it's fine numerous times
Over and over. Yeah.
over and over.
So
That's
fine.
usually
Fine,
it's
fine,
really
fine.
fine.
Thank you all of you for hanging out with us tonight. We are back next Saturday. This is our week off before we dive. March is a very busy month for us. We have a lot going on. Of course, the Brothers Grimm, the Weird West. We have our new world building stream that we're starting. The Margrave. Tim, can we release the name of it?
Yeah, go for it.
You go for it.
I can't remember what it is. It's late. I'm so tired.
It's called The Rotting Heart.
Right? Give them the blurb.
Oh, the blurb. Okay, give me a sec here. Let me find it in our Slack channel.
I'm so sorry. I just am so tired.
Yeah, I know. It's been a day. Our children chose violence today. So let me find the blurb. I'm scrolling through cosplay photos. So good. Okay. I am gonna, I don't want to spoil. I don't want this.
They
this
can
whole-
find the blurb.
the blurb's not released yet.
I found the
Don't tell
title.
them the blurb.
So it's called The Rotting Heart.
The Rotting Heart.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Adam and Cody's characters. I'm very excited for Brianna's character. I'm excited for my character and for Cordy. I'm just excited all around. So that is happening on March 6th. We will have one stream ahead of time. Please go follow Kobold Press on all of the socials. Tim and I are also going to be on a show talking about our show, which is going to be real fun. More details closer to the date about that. I don't know if I can release that as of yet. We will be on somebody else's channel talking about our show, which is going to be interesting. Oh my gosh, Jeremy, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Hey, Jeremy.
You didn't even start off the top by talking about who you were. This is Jeremy Cobb.
I think it's because at this point we've just kind of like
Willie's with us now. We're entrenched with for the fire elemental plane. We have kidnapped Jeremy and had him be part of the crew for the fire elemental plane.
I'm honored to join as a permanent member of Blackwater DnD.
Our wildest dreams come true.
Yes.
Thank you all so much
permanently
for
fuck up your sleep schedule once a week
Forever.
Forever and ever, especially when you go back to the UK, my friend. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Just playing at 4 a.m. casually
right off all future Sundays. Just right off.
Just do what I do
Sloppy
and not
Sundays.
think that far ahead.
Just don't do that. So yeah, we will be back next Saturday. Please come hang out with us on the Twitters, and I'm not much on Instagram anymore, but we're on Twitter a lot. So please come hang out with us over there. Please take care of yourself over the next week. Take a moment if you can. Not all of us have the privilege to stop being able to like be inundated with media. Take a little break if you can. Make sure you're seeking adequate support others if you have the capacity to. Make sure you're eating and sleeping and following all those good hygiene things. Sending lots of love to everyone out there in the Gravelverse, near and far. And when you're on a journey to save everything and everyone you love, make sure you take your best friends with you, and you be safe. Good night, everyone. We love you.